Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Oh my God, look, I got my view all screwed up. Oh,
I was going to say, wow, that was really close up.
I've been screwing up my layouts on all my intros this week.
Oh, that freaked me out.
Ron is present, everyone, and I'm joined yet again by the lovely, relatable Reese. Thank you for joining me again, Reese.
Nice. So glad to be here, Aaron.
Your
We're
videos
kind of a team.
Yeah, and your videos are kicking ass.
Are they really? I don't always pay attention to the numbers. I just like to do the talking. I like to chit chat with my friends.
It's really great. No, I'm glad because, I try to encourage as many people as possible to jump on here and do this and give it a shot. And I think you are a really good example that it's not just one channel or two channels or three channels. Like any channel can jump on here and blow it up pretty quickly. And that consistency and regularity really is the key. I mean, so how many days has it been since you started uploading anything at all?
It's been about 16 days.
16 days. And how many days did it take you to meet the monetization criteria?
2 days. 48 hours.
48 hours. And have you been uploading every day since the day you started?
Yes, I've skipped 2 total days out of all of that.
Okay, cool. Now, I realize I sort of set the 7-day-a-week standard, which to be honest, probably isn't healthy. That's not really a good work-life balance. It just happens to be how I'm wired.
Actually, I enjoy it. I look forward to it. So, I mean, if I can't, I don't do it, but I really strive to. And if I don't, I get a million messages privately saying, "Are you okay? Is everything all right? You going on today?" I'm trying to move my schedule around for it. So people motivate me to do it. I mean, I really have made a lot of friends. I was going to say last night I texted you, I reached 5,000 subscribers last night.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
It is. And I hope we grow it even more because I know there's more people out there that would like it.
Yeah. And, if anyone is out there who's considering doing a channel, but you think, my God, there's so many already, what could I possibly add to the conversation or the equation? That is wrong thinking. That is wrong thinking. And actually, one of the coolest things about you having shown that you can do it very quickly is that you weren't at INT. You didn't work with L. Ron Hubbard. You don't know David Miscavige. You didn't work in the Office of Special Affairs. You weren't in the Sea Org. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there who have this idea, oh, I'm just me. What could I possibly add to the conversation?
Totally.
Every single individual perspective and experience is completely unique. Even if two people were in the same place at the same time.
You know what did it for me?
Yeah. What is it?
Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I really didn't think this would amount to anything. I thought Aaron's the best, and I don't feel, I've said this before, I don't feel intelligent enough just from our backgrounds, and I didn't go to school, and I didn't want to look like an idiot, which I probably do. But you had a talk with me, Aaron, about what really sold me on it was like different people who watch their different favorite news people. And you kind of equated it to that, associated it to that, which was, some people like just all different. I mean, I said that the other day on a live, like some people like Tucker Carlson, some people like Joy Behar. I mean, people are going to watch who they like and relate to. So it really doesn't matter how many of us there are.
Exactly. And the truth is, as time goes on and as more voices come, to the, as more people join the platform, it's actually going to become more important because not everybody is going to like everybody or jive with them or someone, the more you learn about it's almost like what makes good neighbors, tall fences. It's like the more you learn about someone, the more opportunity you're going to have to not like that person. Right. So eventually, even if you like someone today, you may not like them next year, but that you'll have someone else you can watch. I mean, it's a fair thing to say, right? Like, people change over time. The reason I love the news analogy is because I know that one of the things that makes people perhaps, what is this? I didn't have this red dot on my head like a minute ago. Oh, it's a bite. I got a bite. Okay.
None of us saw it.
The reason I love the news analogy is because I know one thing that people can be a little insecure about, like, what could I possibly add to the equation, is they think we couldn't all possibly talk about the same thing, could we? And I go, and my news analogy is, look
Yes.
at what the news is. No matter what channel, cable, network, left, right, center, they are all talking about the exact same damn thing, but from their own perspective. And somehow, the news industry is able to survive, even though it's thousands of people talking about the exact same thing on different channels at the same time.
Uh-huh. The exact same thing. But some of them, like, like I said, some people like, I hope that's not true, that the more you get to know someone, the less you like them. Because
No. I didn't say the more you get to know, the less you like them. Every time you learn something new about someone, it's another opportunity for you to go, oh, now I like this person until now, but now they revealed this about themselves. Now maybe I don't. I'm saying every opportunity, the more you learn of someone, the more
so true.
opportunity there is.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned now because I've done 15 lives and there's really nothing left to know. I've said everything. See, that's
Everything.
Aaron. You leave the mystery. We don't know anything about you, Aaron.
You're like 15 and done. There's no more else to say.
Although they still stick around. They still come for me. They still message me and say, you going on today? So
yeah. Well, it's
So they
funny.
stick
It
around.
feels a little cliche to use this next example, but I'm going to go there. And that example is Joe Rogan. Okay. There's probably no one in the media landscape who's put out more hours of sheer content than Joe Rogan, right? And
Yeah.
not everyone tunes into his stuff necessarily because they like him. Maybe they like his guests. But the funny thing about Joe is there's a cliche that no matter who he's talking to, whether it's a former president or, Elon Musk or Tom Cruise, eventually he's going to be talking about elk meat, archery, aliens, bears, and DMT. So it's not like Joe Rogan's reinventing the wheel every time, but he's the #1 media creator on planet Earth. And we can't ignore the fact that I think that's proof that people will tune in just because they like what the personality or the style or the content. And that's why I'm saying when it comes to Scientology stuff, the more personalities, the more styles, the more perspectives. For example, that I don't get political, but perhaps some people want to start doing Scientology content and they want to start leaning pretty heavily politically right, or they want to start leaning pretty heavily political left. I guarantee you there's going to be people who actually want to hear that shit. I just know that because I grew my channel the way that I grew it, my people don't want to hear that shit. But that doesn't mean no one should do it. It just means I'm not going to do it.
Well, I'm certainly not going to do it.
And that's fine. But it means there's a market. It's just an example of how there's always a market for more voices.
Always. But I'm only going to talk about the things I know about. And
that's ice cubes and cooters.
Ice cubes. Oh my God, you guys, he said it. Strike one. Yeah, that's it. That's about it. I would say that's about it. We came up with a funny joke today, Aaron. It's going to make you incredibly uncomfortable. But I knew I would be the person to deliver it to you.
Oh no.
Jeff was getting ready to go to he has a commercial building. So sometimes he works at the office at home. Sometimes he goes to his building, and he was going to go meet with his people yesterday, and he was leaving. And I said, well, bye. And he gave me a kiss and he started to walk away. And I said, hold on just a minute. Squeeze the cans, please. And then he walked away and said, my needle is floating.
Oh my God. That is absolutely amazing. You have to have a t-shirt.
That's what someone said.
We can figure out the image. It's just got to say, squeeze my cans.
Somebody said something about on a live today. It was such a good idea. It was a t-shirt for women that said merch, women's t-shirt, squeeze my cans, men's, you float my needle.
Oh my goodness. Now I've got to look something up real quick because hold on. I got to find it because I don't want to forget her name. And of course I've forgotten her name. A former Scientologist created a screenplay. Her name's right in front of me, Kathy, but I forget her last name. God, I'm going to be so embarrassed once I find her last name. I'm so embarrassed. I can't, guys, someone in the live chat tell me the last name of Kathy who did the live play, Squeeze My Cans. You keep an eye on the live chat. I'm going to keep Googling this because I'm
Okay.
going to be embarrassed until I find it. Hold on. You know how much I hate that air.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier too. We got to get over that. You want me to sing?
Oh, Schenkelberg. Kathy Schenkelberg.
Never heard of her.
Well, she's a former Scientologist. She was a public. She did a whole bunch of OT levels. She did a fantastic stage performance, a stage play. It was a traveling show called Squeeze My Cans. So, and she probably has merch. I know she has merch. So just make sure your merch looks nothing like hers.
Then I already feel like I'm stealing it.
But you're not. It's a phrase. It's not. I mean, you're not. Like,
Okay.
you're not.
Okay.
And plus, her play has been stopped years ago. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, it was pretty good. If that doesn't work, we've always got the Ice Cube merch.
Oh, the Ice Cube merch. You can't go wrong with that.
I sunk the Titanic.
And Keela says, Aaron, Reese needs some merch. Yeah, Reese, we just got it when we're offline. Doing fourth wall is so easy. But you know how lazy I am. I drag my feet on everything. So you've got to really harass me about it.
I don't know that I would call you lazy, but all right. I think you're just going 100 miles an hour.
Except for when I'm just laying down watching YouTube.
That's true. That does happen sometimes to you.
All right, hold on. Let's take a look at a few of these here. Courtney Platt, Reese, why is life so busy? My first live in a while. Still considering a YouTube channel. I have tons to talk about.
Do it, girl.
Do you know Courtney?
Only through here. She's my new friend.
Oh, okay. That's what I mean. You know her from your channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. SPTV Tattoo Warrior. And you know that SPTV Tattoo Warrior has an actual, she got an actual tattoo. Did you know that?
I assumed by the photo.
Yes.
But no, no one actually said it out loud before.
I have video of it. We need
That's
an
awesome.
SPTV channel guide so we know who's on when. And Reese, no one likes Tucker. P.S. Did you get your new Scientology course list? Is she talking about something specific?
No idea.
So
Scientology course list.
I feel like she's talking about the video that we did the other day. I feel like she's somehow referring
of
to
the courses maybe that we're going to do?
Well, of the courses names that we came up with.
Right. I mean, I didn't know we were going to get a list.
We didn't. I just feel like she's probably referring to that in some way.
Absolutely.
If any very dedicated viewer would like to go through that video that we did and actually put a list together of all the course names, I could probably figure out something that we could do with that.
I saved one of them. It said how to FN at exam after blowing the session. And another one was hilarious because this was true. I hated this. It said how to accept compliments like very well done.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
I hated that. Well done. Very well
do you know
done.
that? Do you know that's why Tom Cruise broke up with, one of the reasons he broke up with Nazanin Boniadi? Is because when he got his Freedom Medal, IAS Freedom Medal of Valor, and he came back to his seat, or as everyone was applauding, she said, very well done. Very well done. And he found that to be condescending.
Are you being serious?
It's one of the reasons. It's one of the stories that she told.
Did he look at her and say, nobody's ever said that to me before?
You're crossing the line and you know it. Put your manners back in. No, seriously, you're not allowed to say very well done to Tom Cruise. I did a whole video with Andrew Gold about what the word you must not say to Tom Cruise. Very well done. Only my daddy says very well done.
What a jackass.
You don't have the fucking rank to say very well done to me.
That's weird. I had no idea. I mean, I believe it though. It's easy to believe.
Oh, how to make your needle float when the sec check session won't FN. The sec check question won't FN.
How to make it float at the exam after blowing the session.
I absolutely love it. Nell Bot does makes a very good analogy. It's like with Howard Stern. We just want to know what he's going to do or say next. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right.
Let's see. I feel like we were in the middle of a thought that I got us off of. Oh, that's right. We were just talking about channels and new channels and growing channels and everything like that. Yeah. But you know what? How about we talk about how to deal with Scientology PIs?
That's always a fun subject.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I mean, my kids were already aware that we sort of have to keep an eye out for PIs. But it's been almost 4 months since we've seen any. And so then when Mike and Christy posted that video last night of the PI that's been following them for quite a while, I sent that to my girls and I was like, watch this video. Just want you to see this is what's happening with Mike right now. Pretty sure it should be happening to us too. So keep an eye out. And my kids were like, holy crap. Which, I mean, I don't know why I thought they wouldn't be surprised, but they were surprised. They were like, that was insane. That guy driving over the median.
Over the median. That was weird to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, damn, I wish they would have followed them. But it's like, what's the end game? You're going to follow that. Like, what's the end game? There's no end game. You know, those cars are always rental cars anyway. So it's like, he's just going to drive for 2 hours until he runs out of gas. You know? It's
keep
like,
doing this dance.
Yeah. So what about you and Huxley though? What have you had to tell Huxley about stuff?
Well, you know, it's something I've been doing actually since he was little anyway. I don't know if you did this with your kids or if your wife did. Did you guys kind of just, I'm not a paranoid individual, but I always gave him scenarios anyway. Like if somebody, you know, walking home from school or going to the bus stop, if somebody comes up that you don't know and says, hey, I know your mom, I know your dad, you know, anything like that, because the internet's out there and people can find that stuff out. We just go over scenarios about like what to do, right? Did you guys do that?
So I would say, I mean, I didn't participate in any stranger danger scenarios, but I know my wife has a lot more attention. And you know, when the kids were growing up, she had a lot more attention on that than I did. And our kids knew not to let themselves be approached by strangers. But I don't remember ever making like a really big deal about it. I also tend to be a little laissez-faire about that kind of stuff. Well, so what did you guys do?
Well, I just would always kind of give him scenarios. This is not always, it wasn't all the time, but just, I watched, let's just say it. I saw, my mom sent me something on Facebook once that scared the ever living out of me. And it was a test that a guy did. And I'm sure the audience, some of the people have seen it. And he went to a park and got the parents' permission. Did you see this?
This rings a bell.
Yeah. And he would say like, can I go talk to your kid with this puppy and see if they'll leave with me? And like 100 times over, every kid left. And then he did it with older kids. And I saw that one. And he pulled up to a school with Huxley's age kids in a yellow Camaro. And he said, hey, he rolled the window down. He was like, your mom said I was supposed to pick you up. And it showed all these kids just climbing into the car. And he said, he was like, what if I wasn't taking you home? What if I'm not who I say I am? And they were like, well, you said you were, our mom said. So I've always kind of been a little bit paranoid about that anyway. Like, hey, Huxley, you know, just because, you know, I always say salt and sugar look the same. So like, just because someone says there's something doesn't necessarily mean that's true. So
I like that. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. So as far as the PIs, this is not something new for me to have this conversation with him anyway. But as school is approaching, I don't know if your kids already started. Huxley starts on Monday.
Yeah, my kids started.
Okay. He starts on Monday, and the bus stop is really close to our house, and there's a lot of kids at the stop. So that's all good. But I told him to just be aware of his surroundings. You know, we have had PRs, but not every day. Like maybe once or twice a week, we have somebody sitting in front of my house with really dark windows that sits in their car and stares at my house. So I've just told him, be aware of that. And I can't walk with him to the bus stop because he's almost 14 and that's embarrassing for him. So I'm going to keep an eye out. But the other thing that, you know, to kind of add to that, we all know the Doug and Brenda story, Huxley's grandparents. And I worry about that as well. I worry about them. Obviously, they can't go through me to talk to him. And Huxley doesn't really talk to his dad much anyway. I don't know, Aaron, what do you think? I kind of have gave him a little bit of a, you know, if you see them at the bus stop or if they show up at your school and try to pick you up or something like that. I don't know.
I wonder though, like with we're talking about your parents or your ex.
Doug and Brenda, Michael's parents, Huxley's grandparents, who disconnected from Huxley.
So when you mentioned that to me earlier, I wondered like, well, let me use my own kids as an example. Like their grandma, their grandpa died in the last couple of years, so they're never going to see him again. But if their grandma came by, let's just say the kids are playing at a park and the grandma came by and wanted to say hi to them, we would actually want her to say hi to them. we wouldn't we wouldn't tell our kids to avoid contact with their grandma. And I'm talking about my wife's mom, because we think Scientology is the one who wins when disconnection is enforced and adhered to, and we don't recognize disconnection, and so we wouldn't tell them to avoid their grandma. What is it? How is it that how are you thinking about it with your ex's folks?
So I totally agree with what you just said. Obviously, we don't want to recognize the disconnection policy, even though they recognize it, right? I agree with everything you said, except for the fact that if it's done behind my back, if it's done at a bus stop or at the school, that's what I'm saying. If I would beg them right now, I would love it if they would call me and say, we'd like to see Huxley. I wish they would have the guts to do that. But what my fear, and they won't, my fear is they would go behind my back and show up at his school and say, hey, we're going to take you to eat dinner. We want to see you. That would piss me off and cross a line.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I've just warned him that nothing is to be done without going through me.
Yeah.
And if they're the type of people that I know they would do that. They would show up somewhere and go, hey, we miss you. Come with us.
That's right. That's right.
No,
that's a much different dynamic. And I actually agree with that. Even, even with my own mom, who's not in Scientology, I remember there was a time when there was a lot of strife going on between me and my wife and my mom, and there was a lot of drama going on. And my mom was doing this thing of texting our kids directly. And I felt like that was a huge violation of my trust, even though it had nothing to do with Scientology, especially when some of those text messages weren't entirely nice about my kids' parents, meaning me and my wife.
Oh,
and I was like, no. These are our kids.
Exactly.
These are our kids.
Do you remember that? Do you remember Brenda doing that? When I first was outed in January and all the things were going on, Brenda was texting Huxley on his phone, and she had long disconnected from me.
Yes, you did.
And I found out about it, and I texted her, and I was very kind. And I just said, hey, as a mother, you surely understand this. I'm not comfortable with you totally pretending I died, but carrying on with him as if nothing happened. And I said, until you can come back to normal and do it the old fashioned way where you reach out to me as well. I said, we accept your disconnection with love, but I am not going to play this game where you go behind my back with a 13-year-old and try to influence him. That's bizarre. And so that's what I mean. No, I would love for them to call. If they called me today and said, I'd like to see him.
Yeah.
I would want to work something out.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. If Heather's mom texted her, even if the message was, hey, I'd like to see the kids. I feel like I can justify it because they were never in Scientology and they're not declared. Would you mind dropping them off at this park at this time? I'll spend 30 minutes with them and then I'll text you. We'd be like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, totally. If you can just do it like an adult, like most adults. You and I talked about this too. It's actually, I don't know if it was you and I think of you as my therapist. I think it was my therapist, Darren. You're the only two people I talk to. My therapist said, he goes, you are totally within your right. He said, this is no different than another kid's parents, a teacher, anybody would have to go through you to get to Huxley if they wanted to have some kind of a date with him. Right.
Yeah.
And he said, I think that's just regular healthy boundaries and you're doing the right thing. Cause I kind of started to feel guilty about it. Like, should I reach out to them? Should I try to put them together somehow? No. They're cowards. It's sad to me that it's like, he's 13. You guys just dumped him. You don't want to see him anymore. I mean, so if they show up at the school, that's the talk I had with him, to watch for the PIs. And if they somehow show up at your bus stop or, at your school even and say, hey, your mom said we could take you to dinner. I told him to get the hell out of Dodge and call me.
Right. But you're not worried that they try to abduct him, right?
I don't think I'm worried about that. I've been asked that question. Even my own mother is like, do we need to worry about this? What do you think? I mean, you think is the way I think. I don't think Scientologists do that. It's going to put way too much heat on them.
Yeah.
And the church itself.
Yeah. For me, that's not on the radar.
Nah.
As a thing.
And I'm not worried about a PI, I think, doing anything weird.
Oh, hell no. I mean, Yeah.
Yeah, it's still good to be aware of your surroundings. And, if there is someone following him or watching him, I want him to notice and call me, of
Yeah.
course.
What have you had to say to him or explain to him at all about the PIs at all? Like, I know that he knows about the disconnection and everything, but how have you had to explain that to him?
Well, he's watched a lot of the Netflix show with me, so he
Mm,
knows what fair gaming is, and I wanted him to know, especially after what happened, and now that I'm out, the way that I came out, I wanted him to know kind of the stakes and the possibilities of things that could occur without being too alarming and scaring him. He's not
yeah.
easy to scare anyway. He's a pretty tough kid, but he just ignores it. But I've told, he says, "Hey, mom, there's a car out there," and I'm like, "Yeah, we're watching. It's okay."
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty aware of it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, please do try to the degree that you can get any photos or videos of the cars and the license plates and the faces, because I think Leah Remini's lawsuit, I would not be surprised if when this thing finally gets to a jury, to a courtroom, to a trial, that all of the fair gaming and harassing and stalking activity that has occurred since she filed the lawsuit will somehow possibly be presented as some sort of evidence. I'm sort of just pulling that out of my ass right now, but I feel like, the fact that it's happening to multiple people in multiple states at the same time, it
Mhm.
just feels to me like that would have to be relevant to her lawsuit by the time it gets in front of a jury. So anyway, it's just
Oh,
a
yeah, and my
suggestion.
attorney has made that clear too. My attorney just talked to me about that and said, "You need to document all of that,
Yeah.
um, because that's harassing."
Yeah.
And, yeah, I kinda feel like what you said, I don't think they're gonna do too much to me, just I don't know. Sometimes I feel weird about this because I was a minor, as you know, with all of the stuff that happened. And
Yeah.
I've got all the evidence of that. I've got a lot of evidence that I was a minor, that this happened, and documentation, and not just from me.
Yeah.
So, I kind like you said, you didn't even think they would put a website about me.
No, I really don't, because your case, the details of your history are so specific and so documented that if they do some public harassment,
Yeah,
humiliation thing, they are
shaming.
burying themselves. Like, the statute of limitations might have passed on the stuff that you would like to sue for right now, but if
Mhm.
they create a website about you and do some stuff, I feel like they're opening up a can of worms that they would
Yeah,
rather stayed shut.
I agree, and I think that's why it's been fairly quiet over here in my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Because I thought by now for sure I would have a hate website on me, but I don't.
Yeah. Um, it used to be, well, before anyone was doing the YouTube stuff, really, or at least doing it in a way that Scientology cared about, that the only ones that got websites were the ones that went on TV shows or documentaries. And I'm not
Mhm.
sure, or news programs, like my friend Brendan Ty went on Megyn Kelly's show. Boom, he got his special page on my website.
Yeah.
Um, I've never seen them yet put up a website on someone just for starting a channel. But I think that day is going to come, because my guess is that we're not going to continue to see the Scientology documentaries and the TV shows, is my guess. I think all the people who would normally contribute to those programs are better served doing their own programs. Why turn your story over to someone else who's going to produce it and edit it and use
So
parts
true.
of your stuff for their own purposes? I, I'd be surprised if we saw a bunch more TV shows and documentaries on the subject.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I do have a question for you. Somebody might have been apostate Alex. Somebody said, "Oh, just wait, Reese, you will." They're just behind on it
They have unlimited man hours. I mean, the one thing they're good at is making websites.
and attacking. Yeah.
But they would have to. It's true. So in order to make a website on you, like I was going to say, that they'd have to round everyone up and sit them down for interviews, and it's easier to do that in Los Angeles, but you're in Kansas City area, but they don't have to have produced videos in order to start putting up hateful websites. I just honestly think they'd be out of their ever loving mind to do it to you because of what you have on them. But you never know. These guys' behavior don't necessarily have to make sense. Very rarely does it truly make sense. You know,
Yeah, and they're pretty evil. So, I mean,
they're
we'll
pretty
see. We'll
evil.
see.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it one way or the other. As long as it's I just worry about stuff that's probably not realistic. Like I just hope nothing physically happens to me, my child, of course. In the beginning, you and I talked about them doing something toward Jeff's company. He owns his own company.
right.
So far, I don't think anything's really happened.
Yeah. I'll tell you, in the Marty Rathbun is a name that comes up every now and then, and we don't have to. So Marty Rathbun was a very high level defector from Scientology. He was basically number 2 under David Miscavige. When he left Scientology, he met up and married a woman named Monique, and Marty himself didn't sue Scientology for all the harassment. Monique did, because Monique said, I was never in this religion. I'm being persecuted for, like with Marty, I don't know. There was I'm not going to pretend to be familiar with the legal arguments. Somehow, because Marty had been a member and he was attacking Scientology could sort of justify that their counter attacks on Marty was just free speech. But Mosey wasn't attacking Scientology and had never been a Scientologist. And she was the one being subjected to a lot of fair gaming. And her lawsuit had teeth and it had legs. And
Wow.
so Jeff would be, Monique was winning every decision, every step of the way on her lawsuit's eventual journey to court. It was the threat, partially in part, it was that threat of that lawsuit and the success that they were having where and eventually Miscavige got some dirt on Marty that was dirty enough to stick, that he was able to pressure Marty and Monique to take some secret settlement, allegedly. I'm only telling that story because Jeff would be in that same category. Jeff was never in Scientology. Jeff's not attacking Scientology. Jeff's not a public person. He's not anything. So if they start attacking him, they start attacking his business. That's picking a fight they do not want, because he would have plenty of legal grounds, plenty strong ground from which to sue.
Okay.
Now, does someone want to sue Scientology? Probably not, but you never know.
Yeah. I mean, do you still have PIs around you?
So not that I've seen in the last 4 months, but
okay.
I have some neighbors who I have neighbors who are unknown quantities. I've got a neighbor directly across the street from me that there's no reason in the world that guy couldn't, on Scientology's behalf, for $10,000 a week or a month, have a video camera just pointed at my house 24/7. There's no reason in the world that couldn't be happening, and I would never know it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you ever feel followed though? Like when you and your wife go anywhere, or your 500 trips to Costco a week?
I have never felt followed. Only one time did I ever feel followed.
Okay.
But I also don't know that I'm really calibrated to that. I don't know that I would know. I probably only think that I would know. Do you know what how the hell would I know?
Yeah, I know. That's a good question. Yeah, I kind of get that way too. And then if I do feel followed, I start getting nervous and I think, God, I hope that's a PI and not Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. I'm just not a paranoid person. And it's not even that you have to be paranoid, but I'm the opposite of paranoid. I'm way too careless.
Yeah, I'm pretty trusting. I mean, I'm a little worried about that. I think, Mike had a story, didn't he, about like Christy made friends with somebody and that was their neighbor and she had kids and like they really became friends with her. Yeah. I've had so many people, and this is if they're watching now, please don't take offense to this, but I've had a lot of people reach out and say, hey, I'm a Kansas City local. Let's go to lunch. And I'm so trusting. I'm like setting up plans with all these people. And Jeff's like, whoa, kind of hit the brakes a little bit on that. But then I think about it and I'm like, even if it's some person that's associated with Scientology, Aaron, I know you hate to talk about it, but they know the ins and outs of my cooter, everybody on my channel. So I feel like, what is it that they're going to learn that's different or new, that's a secret? I mean, everybody knows everything about me.
Well, that's a really good example of a reason not to be overly paranoid, because it's like at some level, there's certain things that just doesn't matter if doesn't matter if Scientology does know. Like, what would you have to divulge to somebody that would give Scientology some amazing
Anything. Nothing.
intel? It seems to me, based on the programs that we've seen, right? When I say programs, like the program Scientology is drawn up to attack and destroy people. What Scientology wants to find out: what do you love the most? What do you hate the most? They're going to try to threaten what you love the most, and they're going to try to ally you or affiliate you with what you hate the most.
So I shouldn't have said I'm scared of spiders. Yeah.
And I got to tell you, even that approach, that strategy, I still feel like it worked. It worked best back in the day when these conversations that Scientology was objecting to were happening in limited spaces, right? Where they could go into that space and they could destroy the space by using everyone's love-hate buttons and get everyone fighting and get everyone divided and defensive and get everyone attacking each other. I just don't see. Oh, here's how they do it now. They'll put up a website, not about you, or at least I don't think about you, but about someone, and they'll try to smear and slander this person with whatever they think this person hates the most, because they're trying to get that person to sue for peace. Now, sue for peace is really a phrase. It's not literally suing for peace. It means coming to you and begging, how can it stop? How can this stop? You're attacking what I love. You're allying me with what I hate. I can't take this pain. How can you make it stop? I just don't think that works anymore.
I agree.
But I feel like I'm also being really naive when I say that. Like, it doesn't work on me because I don't care what they say about me. I don't care. They've said the worst, horrible shit. They've tried to humiliate me. Nobody cares what Scientology has to say about anything.
They don't, and they expect it. That's the thing. So like I even was talking about that. They could come out and say, Reese is a child molester or a sex offender, whatever. Anything that you can think of that's the worst thing. We expect that. We're expecting you to do that. So It's like, what do you got that's new?
Right.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. You've talked about that many times, that YouTube is any of these are good platforms to kind of just disarm them.
Yeah.
You are exposed. There's really not much you can do to make Aaron Smith Levin look. We're so out in the open too. Somebody said that. What was it? Sunlight is like the best
disinfectant.
Yeah. Because we're so out in the open. We're on our channel every single day. What you see is what you get. It's going to be hard for them to smear that.
Yeah. And it's almost like it just doesn't work. Like, even it's so weird, right? Because this is an organization that's very multimedia savvy. They spend a lot of money on search engine optimization, and yet you look at their videos, even the stuff they put on YouTube, they get like no views. They don't even bother buying fake views for most of their own shit videos.
Really?
I mean, if one of their videos has a ton of views, they've purchased those views, but they don't even bother purchasing views on all the videos. So you can see like, oh, well, this video has, 50,000 views and this one has 200. Like, you can tell it's most of it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's a bunch of comments stacking up here. Let's just, I like to periodically zero them out. AG Fangirly 36. Love you too. Having a rough week, and you've both been amazing. Thank you, AA, Ron, and Reese. Christina, thank you so much,
sweet.
Christina.
That's really nice.
Okay, Workaholic Panda, love the name. Have they started doing fair game on Reese yet? I consider the PIs to be part of fair game.
Yeah, I think that's all though, guys. I haven't noticed anything else. We do put our trash out the night before, and again, I don't know what you're going to find in there outside of what I talk about every day. I get way more personal. Come watch my channel if you want to know.
They're still buying people's trash. They're still, I mean, I won't say the names just because it's their own story, but even recently, an SPTV creator had their trash taken in the middle of the night, and it wasn't by a trash panda. In fact, we should call them Scientology trash pandas.
Do you know how many bags of dog shit are in my trash can? This giant 75-pound poodle poops bigger poops than Jeff, and he's 300 pounds. And I pick it up all the time. It's in our trash can. So that's what they're going to get. I do wonder, there is one person that keeps commenting on my channel after the lives. and they keep putting Reese is like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, so that's an example of them trying to use love-hate buttons. And that's also an example, like, you know, people know I've criticized Chris Shelton in the past, right? So people jump in my chat. Aaron is amazing. Chris Shelton is garbage. You go, okay, that's Osa. Nobody jumps into a chat and says that. That's Osa trying to create mountains out of molehills and get people in the chat being like, yeah. And then someone will go over to Chris's chat and be like, oh yeah, Aaron's fucking all, you know, this and that. And so anyone who comes into the chat and says shit like that, blocked.
Yeah. It's just, it's almost like you talked about. It's like, it's almost too obvious. I've seen some kind of negative comments that are just borderline that probably is a real person, but they keep jumping in going, Reese's nails on a chalkboard to me. And I'm like, you've got to come up with something better. I mean, it's just very obvious to me.
Yeah. Honestly, I would just block people like that because it's like, I mean, I've watched probably hundreds of thousands of hours of YouTube. I've never been compelled to jump into the comment section just to make a shitty comment. Like,
I mean, I've even food is everything to me. And if I have really bad food somewhere, I still don't even feel compelled to jump on and write a review.
Right.
I just move on with my life and go get
Actually,
some Taco
you know
Bell.
what someone explained to me recently? This thing of, oh my God, you're infringing on my free speech. Oh my God, you're censoring me. Oh my God. This is actually a major button that Scientology used to destroy the early chat groups. Is they would get they would send in agents to say shit that some people would want to censor and some people would not, and then get the moderators fighting amongst themselves over censorship and free speech. And so that's one additional reason why it's so important that as many of us as possible have our own platforms, and that we all understand free speech is for the government. The First Amendment it's a government. It's in respect to the government's relationship to the people. These are not free speech platforms. I mean, the comment section is not a free speech platform. The live chat is not a free speech platform. These are private platforms. And if you're here to cause trouble or be a dick, you're out. And that's
a great point.
That's just, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. People shouldn't be ashamed of wanting to keep their platform as pleasant as possible. Or maybe, but this would be another example. Maybe someone wants to be on a channel that's just pure uncontrolled chaos. There should be someone who has that kind of platform, so that someone wants it, they've got it.
Yeah. I mean, you make a good point. And I didn't even know I could block people, but I did remove the comment. And then I noticed it was back on another one of my videos. And I was like, you've got to come up with something else. And if I give my email publicly, I'm happy to help you write something, but we got to come up with something else.
Oh my God, I love it.
It's ridiculous.
All right, SPTV Tattoo Warrior. I unfortunately do not know what this was referring to. What did we say last time?
I emailed it to you, the checklist, the Church of Scientology checklist.
Oh, well, then I didn't get it then.
Okay, well, maybe I did. I don't check that email very often. I keep forgetting. I'll get on that.
SPTV Tattoo Warrior, I feel like even if I don't respond to emails, I usually see them all, and I do not remember that. So resend it to me if you can. Pam Abernathy says, has Reese seen Goliath? He and Bo could be cousins. I hope to have a golden doodle someday. Love you too, my long lost son and daughter. So here's the thing. How is your poodle 75 freaking pounds?
Well, so we got a trainer when we first got him, which was incredibly expensive. I only got to keep her for about 5 weeks. She thinks that we don't know what he is, but she thinks he was either a Great Dane and poodle or a Irish setter and poodle. He's got super long legs. I don't know about Goliath's legs.
Because Goliath is a Labradoodle, and that Goliath could not possibly weigh more than 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And so he's a big dog. He's just not a heavy dog.
Okay. No,
like he's mostly fur. He's mostly fur.
Yeah. This guy, and I've heard standard poodles are actually about that size. And a bunch of people have jumped in the chats too and said he just looks like a standard to me. So I don't know.
Interesting. So Goliath is actually 3/4 standard poodle, 1/4 lab.
Really?
Yes.
Why is he so little?
It's not that he's little. He's tall, but he's very skinny. And so his fur makes him look tall and big, but he's
Yeah.
tall and skinny. Yeah, no,
How
he
often do
has.
you get him groomed?
Well, I mean, when he was younger, okay, there's a little bit of a backstory here. Our dog looked like a giant fluff ball because he'd go to the groomers and they'd return him to us looking like a fluff ball. And that's how we knew him. That's how we loved him. It turns out brushing out a Labradoodle like that is actually quite painful.
Yes, it is.
And we did not know that he was being subjected to something painful every time. In retrospect, I feel like an idiot because he was always scared as hell when we dropped him off at the damn groomers.
Oh,
So what
that's
happened
sad.
is now that he's getting older, he's about 10, at least 10 human years now. They said we can't keep brushing him out because he's getting too old. It's too painful for him. I was fucking furious. I said, "You telling me this thing has been painful for him this entire time? Like I didn't know that."
Yeah.
And so my point is now, they don't brush him out anymore. So there's no reason for us to take him to the groomer all the time. Because the only reason we would take him to the groomer all the time is when his beautiful fluffy fur started getting a little knotty and a little dirty, we take him to the groomer. But now instead of being big fluffy Goliath, he's skinny curly haired Goliath.
So do you guys brush him?
No, we don't brush him.
Aaron, so my groomer said that's bad because then it gets all matted.
Well, no, they give him a bath. Like when his hair was really long and fluffy, his hair would get matted and they'd have to brush it out or shave him down. And every time they would shave him down, I'd get really mad. I'd be like, he doesn't look like Goliath anymore. Like
No,
take
it's
it.
awful.
And so my instructions were, he's to go to the groomer as often as necessary so that he doesn't get matted, so that it doesn't have to get shaved down. No one ever said, by the way, it's painful every time he gets bathed and brushed. So anyway, here's the thing. When I say he doesn't get brushed, I know neither me nor my wife nor my kids brush the dog. And at this point, when the dog goes to the groomer and comes back, I don't even know how to tell if he got brushed because his hair's not fluffy anymore. It's short and curly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I've been yelled at by a couple groomers that you have to brush the dog or it's incredibly painful.
Wait,
and I learned that
but
one
his
time.
hair's curly. So if you brush him out, that's what's painful.
Well, I think they make like really expensive good brushes that are like made to help with that. But I don't know. I got yelled at once and she shaved him down like to the skin and I was furious. And he looked terrible and he was scared. He was super weird for weeks and like I don't know. He was barking at himself in his reflection and freaked out and
comes back looking like a skeleton.
Yeah, it was not the best. So, I don't know. Was Goliath your first poodle type haired dog?
Yeah. My first dog I've ever had, actually.
That's really depressing. We'll go over that another time. But I just feel like I don't know that I will ever have another time. I love this dog so much. He's great, but they're high maintenance. And the groom, I don't know how much you guys get charged. I've gone through a couple different groomers just because I'm weird about it and I want to connect with them. And the first ones I didn't like. It's well over $100 every time.
Oh, we don't not for us. Maybe 40, 50, 60, depending on whether it was a bath or a bath and brush or whatever. But I'm
maybe
gonna
because of his size.
Maybe, but I want my fluffy Goliath back. You know,
that's depressing.
It's not even the same dog, honestly.
Can you bring him into the studio sometime?
Yeah, I will. And you can tell that he's depressed about it too. You know,
you should bring him in then for a live chat.
Yeah.
We'll talk to him about it.
I need to find someone who's willing to brush him out in a way that is not going to be painful. Like, take the time. I'll pay you extra, you know?
Well,
he would be shaking every time I would drop him off. And you know what I always thought it was? I thought he was getting anxious about being around so many other strange animals in a small place. It never occurred to me that he's going in there to be fucking tortured for an hour.
It's very painful for them. Yeah.
I was like, how can no one have ever told us this? That this is a bad experience for the dog.
That and just how come so many people want these doodly poodly dogs? Well, I mean, again, they're so cute.
So awesome.
They are, and they're so cute. I don't even know why I said that out loud because I immediately take it back. Yeah. But they're just a lot of work, and I feel sad like you do about the pain part. I'm like, how can I fix this and brush you? There's a brush I saw that someone told me to get, but it's like $130, and I would rather have that for myself. I would rather spend that kind of money on myself before we're going to get hair tools for the dog when his are better than mine. But if that's what it takes, I'll tell Jeff.
Yeah. All right, let's take the next one. Nicole the Kiwi. Hey, Reese and Aaron, love you guys.
I love Nicole. Glad
Thank you
she's
so
here.
much, Nicole. Tara says, is there any update on Mike Rinder? Well, Tara, check out Mike Rinder's channel. Last night, he and Christy posted the video about the PI activity, but in the beginning of the video, they gave a little bit of a health update, and check it out over there. It's a pretty short video, so you can't miss it. Just search Mike Rinder on YouTube and you'll find their channel.
It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Keela, Reese, I'm following your advice as much as this is killing me. I'm going to go to therapy. I will have to watch the rest of this afterwards. Love you.
She's got a therapy appointment tonight. She was going to cancel it because of us.
No,
I know.
never.
And I said, Keela, Aaron and I are at least going to be every other day. We'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always join the replay crew.
Mm-hmm.
That's very sweet though, Keela.
I love her.
Joni Cummings, Aaron, do you think Mike and Christy have a case against Scientology? About what? I mean, I guess my answer would just be if they thought they had a case. I guess there's a difference between thinking you have a case and actually wanting to bring a case. So I'm not going to say that if they thought they'd have a case, they would have brought one. That's a damn good question. I'll tell you what. Any argument that Leah could make against Scientology for the fair gaming and the harassment and the tortious interference, I feel like Mike could make the same argument. So I guess I would have to say yes. Now, when you say Christy, a lot of civil arguments, a lot of civil cases, you have to prove damages. Now, Christy is someone who does very, very well professionally and is very successful professionally. And so I'm not sure Christy, and I'm just speaking out of turn, I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not sure Christy could show that Scientology has damaged her financially, depending on how you want to define that. But I feel like Mike certainly could because of the Fair Game podcast and some other things. But whether you think you have a case and whether you think you want to pursue a case, knowing how many years of your life are going to be involved in that are two different things. So I do not think we will see Mike bringing a case, if that's also kind of what you're asking there. Okay. SPTV Tattoo Warrior says, I trust you'll tell me when to stop calling the LA org every hour. They don't like me anymore. It's definitely okay to stop calling the LA org. It's definitely okay to stop calling the LA org. I will say that that whole thing has not turned out the way the family would have wanted. As soon as they got Kendrew away from Columbus, away from his wife, away from his family, they brainwashed him pretty quick into telling everyone he's doing exactly what he wants to be doing and he's exactly where he wants to be. So that's fine. You know, we did what we could at the moment, and we'll certainly do more in the future when the opportunity arises and the need arises. But it's definitely okay to stop calling the LA org. I should have told you sooner. Sorry. Okay. You did open the political can of worms by mentioning Tucker. Melanie Cowick, I love Tucker. I love Tucker. Reese, have you seen the Saturday Night Live skit, which is a spoof on the Titanic from the iceberg's point of view? You are kidding.
Oh my God. Someone have not.
Send that. Someone either put it in the live chat. If we don't see it in the live chat, email it to us. You can reach me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com. I mean, I guess we could just search Saturday Night Live spoof.
Speaking of icebergs.
These guys, ice cubes, this ice cubes and Thetans and ice cube stuff is never going to get old.
I was at sea for a long time. As a matter of fact, so long that you could call me a captain. The brim is all messed up. Darn it.
I can never get mine straight either.
I love this though, because it looks like the Sea Org.
You got the scrambled eggs on there.
Yeah.
Captain on deck.
That's right, guys. It's official. It's official. You were waiting for it. So was I. We are now co-captains. Captain
Reese.
Yep. Iceberg straight ahead. Iceberg straight ahead. That movie keyed me in, man. I had to get a locational.
Oh my God. People love the hats. I love the hats.
I love that. I love John Sosowski for the hats.
So, you know, it's Sostovsky.
Well, he doesn't mind.
I know. I'm just telling you so that you know.
Sostovsky? I like
Yeah.
Sostowski. That's
No,
the Midwest way. That's the
the
Midwest
W
way.
is a V. The W is a V. Pronounced V.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's like Swarovski crystals.
Exactly.
Swarovski.
Yeah, I never know how to pronounce that one too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we love John either way.
And John sent you that hat, right?
He did. And he
Yeah.
also sent me this and he asked if I got it yet. Not sure the meaning behind it, but he said, enjoy the pecker. And I said, okay, I will. I know all about a floating needle, John.
Oh my God.
Jeff's
Too
needle
much
floats all
fun.
the time. That's what we're going to call our show, by the way, Aaron. You don't even know this. You don't even ask me anything about my life anymore. I feel like we're just drifting apart like two thetans and icebergs.
What show?
I have a Sunday night show with Jeff now, and it's going to be
Okay.
called Squeeze the Can Sundays
I
with
love
Jeff.
it.
We're going to make his needle
love it.
float in front of everybody.
Oh my God.
And we know you won't be there, Aaron, but I had to tell you about it.
That is so funny. All right, let me see. Next question. Jenny says, what exactly are these PIs looking for? So it seems that they're not actually looking for anything. In some cases, particularly in the Clearwater area, it seems like their main job might be just to know where we are so that they know where we are not. Miscavige is currently trying to avoid service in Leah Remini's lawsuit. And the truth is, I've only recently learned anybody can actually serve someone. I thought you had to be registered, licensed with the state. It turns out that's not actually true. I'll probably get a bunch of emails now telling me I'm wrong. But it has been explained to me over the last week that actually anybody can serve someone with a lawsuit. I could serve Miscavige. Mike could serve Miscavige. Honestly, not very many people would have the balls to even try. So if Miscavige is in Clearwater and he's wants to go from location to location, people need to be able to report to him, where is Mike? Where is Aaron? So that he knows we're not about to pounce on him and serve him wherever he's about to go to. In cases like Reese, sometimes the PIs are just there to intimidate you. They're not there to find anything.
Well, because you can just say it like it truly is. Reese has no life. So what?
But also Kansas City is not like a major Scientology outpost, you know? It's like,
well, you've got Dan O'Connor.
Dan O'Connor's the biggest thing Scientology has going in Kansas City, and he's not that big.
No, he's not.
No.
He's fairly small, but it's the truth. It is. Jenny, I agree with your question. It's bizarre. I get it with people like maybe Aaron, even because he's more of a man about town, going to Costco all the time. I don't leave the house very often. I don't leave my zip code, so it is a waste of these people's time. I just think I may come out one time today to get a package, maybe, and you're lucky if I'm going to have clothes on. That's the truth. It's the truth.
Oh my God. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Alicia Ann says, you two have amazing chemistry playing off of each other. Love you both. Reese has been such a gift. Thank God you slipped up. Yes, yes, yes. We wouldn't be enjoying you together now if you hadn't a run. Thanks.
Aww.
You know, it's really true.
Oh, Aaron, it is true. We couldn't, no one, I'm so thankful to you for flashing my name up there now. I'm serious. It's really done a lot. And Alicia's right. We have good chemistry. I've never had a brother, but I said that in a live earlier today. I was like, Aaron is so brotherly to me. He's just very, like, I feel like I have a brother. Well, so thanks for outing me.
Thank you. Anytime. Mm-hmm. And it's true. We do bounce off of each other very well. And that's why we do so many videos together. So, you know, it's not just a coincidence. Okay. Marilyn says, Reese, there's no PIs in my hauler, only friendly yokels and cuddly moose. Just saying, love you both.
That's hilarious. Marilyn was telling me where she lived earlier today, and I got a little frightened, to be honest. She said she lives in a hauler and there's a lot of yokels.
What is a hauler? What is a hauler?
I kind of tried to put it together as best as I could.
I'm gonna look it up.
I think it's like where hills people live, where yokels live.
Define hauler. What is the hauler in the South? The word cove.
Well, she lives in Vermont.
Well, I'm just saying, Google said, what is hauler in the South? It's a cove. It may contain an arable bottomland. What does holler mean in slang? No, that's going to be different.
She
What
kind
is
of
holler in Appalachia?
There you go. There you go.
It's a valley between two mountains. That's
That's
probably
right.
what it is.
That's how she described it. But she also said the nearest sheriff is an hour and a half away. It frightened me a little bit. I got a little bit uncomfortable with that. But
Wow.
we might visit sometime in the nearest safe city.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like this one. What are 3 WOG activities you enjoy?
Well, we
Well,
know
I
yours is going
consider
to Costco.
going to Costco. I mean, you just can't beat it. Oh, look, it gave me those little things. Hey,
That's
by the
because
way,
you pay for it, by the way.
let's do. Oh, is that the reason?
Yeah.
That's
You
for
have
happy birthday to Goldie.
Yeah, that is happy birthday to her. I don't have the fireworks, but
Have you tried it on your own stream before?
I have.
You got to get your
Someone
thumbs
said
really
earlier,
close up to the camera.
it's because you pay for it. Somebody said it's because you have like the fancy StreamYard.
Okay, that could be. That could be. Okay, so I go to Costco. I love watching movies. I love watching YouTube. I love watching Netflix. I love going out for a cigar and a drink with the guys. I mean, those are all. A Sea Org member would call those WOG activities.
Oh, 100%.
I like playing golf badly on occasion. You
Do you
know,
really? You don't seem like a golfer. Maybe it's because
well,
of the hat.
you don't go to golf to play golf. You go to golf to drink and drive carts.
Really? I did
Yes.
not know that.
No one's actually good at golf. You go there to drink and have fun with your friends driving around golf carts. That's all you do.
Do you wear the plaid pants?
No, I don't actually. I've never worn pants. It's too hot in Florida. You can't wear pants. You'd have to be a psycho.
Do you wear plaid shorts?
No, I just wear normal ass non-cargo shorts.
Oh, good. Yeah, please
I
don't
don't do
wear cargo
plaid,
shorts.
solid colors. It's always blue or black for me.
Okay, it'd be cool if you would wear some plaid shorts with the captain's hat and go play golf.
What if I should wear a plaid shirt at some point? Oh, with the captain's hat playing golf? That would be so
Yeah.
funny. Oh my
Wouldn't that be
God.
awesome? Please take a picture if you do that.
Oh my
I would say
goodness.
those are your WOG activities for sure. That's interesting. I didn't know that about you. Jeff belongs to a private membership only Scotch and cigar bar that we like to go to once or
I've never
twice a
even
week.
heard of such a thing.
It's a fancy place and it's cool because you don't get the riffraff. So it's like all members.
I love
And-
scotch. I mean, I don't drink that much of it because it's like, I mean, it's scotch. But Macallan 15 is my preferred scotch.
His is Balvenie tune or something. It's $100 a pour. And I think it's
Jesus.
ridiculous. It's the
That's
stupidest thing I've ever heard
insane.
of in my life.
Well, that's also paying full retail. I'm sure if you bought the bottle, it wouldn't be as crazy.
The bottle, he got one for a gift. I think it was a wedding gift. The bottle is $900.
Oh my God. I've never even heard of such a, that's, homie, don't play that.
Exactly.
I
That's
don't like scotch that much.
That's a dick swinging fancy old man thing to do, I think.
Do you want to know the deepest I ever got into trying to like be a scotch aficionado is I tried to get to the point, like I got the Kirkland blended scotch from Costco, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got like
that adds up.
a Macallan 10, a Macallan 12, and a Macallan 15. And I tried to get to the point where I could blind taste test the difference. And then I was like, what is this skill going to do for me in life?
There are real Scotch-aholic people, though, that are like into that. I would say Jeff gets that $100 pour twice a year, maybe. He doesn't drink a lot at all, but that's his favorite Scotch. So, I mean, I do think, though, he's old and but don't you kind of acquire? I've never drank. I've never been a drinker, but don't you acquire a taste?
I tried to get to the point where I could pretend I thought it tasted good. The truth is, scotch does not taste good. And the truth is, cigars don't taste good either. They're just fun to smoke. And that's why I said, people go, what's your favorite cigar? I go, there's two kinds of cigars, ones that taste like shit and ones that don't. I don't actually have a favorite cigar. And the favorite cigar, because I'm more of a value, what can you get for the value? We're in Tampa. It's one of the cigar capitals of the world. The $5 hand-rolled cigars that you can get anywhere in Tampa are just as good as any cigar I've ever had.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now when it comes to the scotch, it's like, I mean, well, first of all, I almost never drink scotch anyway. But if I do, the Kirkland Costco stuff is just as tasty as anything you'd ever want. Like, I'm pretty low maintenance, to be honest.
Do you drink like regularly?
No.
Are you a raging alcoholic and we don't know it because you don't share anything about yourself?
I don't, the most I drank is when I was going out with the guys every week, and then I would go out a few times a week because I don't just drink. I mean, I don't just drink at home by myself. So I drink as a social thing. And the truth is, I don't go out anymore. Like, I just don't go out anymore. I mean, I've probably had 3 cigars in the last year, honestly, because I also don't smoke cigars just by myself. Like I said, it's not like I like, this is a great cigar. I can't wait to have another one.
Tasty.
Like, for me, it's a social thing. Like, I do not smoke cigars by myself at home. It's only if I'm going to go out with my friends that we'll go.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jeff too. He doesn't do them at home. Doesn't do that.
Yeah. And so
it's a social thing, right?
It started with the lockdowns. After actually the truth is, during the lockdowns, in early 2020, it actually became fun to go out because everything was locked down. But then once everything started opening back up again, I don't know. It just became harder to get all the guys together and go to do things. People are having more kids. People, the more kids, the more chores, the more, kid related chores, and, and then kids start entering school for the first time. It's just been really hard to get everyone together and want to go out at the same day and the same time,
Those pesky kids always get in the way of trying to have a good time. That's why I only had one. I don't know how you do it with 3.
Well, I knew I always wanted more than one because I wasn't an only child. I couldn't imagine being an only child. I mean, no offense to the only children out there. And then once you have 2, it's actually easier to have 3 than it is to have 2.
That sounds like a lie. It sounds like a trap.
No, it's easier to have 3 than it is to have 2. And eventually, the more kids you have, the more they can take care of themselves.
It's easier to have 3 than 2?
Yeah, because if you
tell
have
that
2,
to your wife's uterus. It's not easier.
No, because if you've got 2, if they're fighting, then there's nothing else happening other than them fighting. If you have 3, they don't all have to be getting along at the same time. And, someone can always have their alone time while the other 2 have someone to play with. It is easier to have 3 than it is to have 2. Well, it gets to a level, the more you have, the easier it is.
Okay.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What does the live chat have to say about that?
I was actually just looking, and someone said they liked my bathrobe, and I don't usually get offended, but I'm a little depressed by that comment. Reese, you're really slumming it tonight. Good for you. Really let go of yourself. Cutting loose.
I like this. Boxed wine for me. The plastic bag is easier to take hiking and skiing. Oh, I like this one. I stopped at 4, then we added 2 through adoption. 6 is perfect. Wow, that's a lot.
Hamburger, help me.
That is a lot. Let me see. For us, 3 was harder. There was always an odd man out. Interesting. 6 is better. Ask Tom. So, does someone in the chat? Was Tom the one that said they had 4 and adopted 2? Let me see. Renee Miller says, I smoke cigars with my kids when we travel. We try and get ones from each country.
My children and I love a good scotch.
Yeah. Look, my kids and I love a good scotch. Yeah. Kirkland makes a scotch. Kirkland makes everything. But here's the thing, guys. It's not Costco itself that's making it. Like, here's what I mean. The Kirkland brand of vodka is made by Grey Goose. It's almost like Costco goes to these guys and says, if you want to sell your premium stuff in our warehouse, we'll do a deal, but we need you to make our private label stuff. And that's why the Kirkland stuff tends to be so good. It's not just a knockoff. It's just a cheaper alternative. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Nina says, love me a single malt. Love the taste. Don't know what you're talking about, Aaron. No. There are people out there who love the taste of a scotch. I don't love it. Like, okay, so if I have a Yingling, like Yingling is my favorite beer. If I have a Yingling, I go, oh man, that tastes so good. If I have scotch, I don't go, oh man, that tastes so good. I go, damn, that's strong. That's just me. But like I said, I'm very low maintenance. Like I don't need the premium brand, especially since I'm not sure I can properly appreciate it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Jilbo Baggins, I love that name.
I do.
Oh my God.
I love her.
Macallan 12 is my favorite. Yes. And it's probably the best, one of the best for the value, Oh my God. We're off into such interesting territory here.
I've just never been a drinker. I can really throw down a Shirley Temple though, and I say load me up with extra cherries. I'm not driving.
The problem for me is I'm very sensitive. Like I get extremely dehydrated very quickly and very easily. So like honestly, even if we used to have friends over all the time, every Friday, every Saturday, and I'd be able to smoke cigars and drink beers in the backyard and not just fall asleep. But these days, my God, a cigar and 3 beers, I'm asleep. I am out. And I need a lot.
Really?
And if I'm not drinking 1 water with every beer, I'm waking up in the middle of the night with like sandpaper throat. I get so dehydrated.
Do you need more salt and potassium?
Maybe some bee pollen,
Some
some
cell
niacin.
salts?
Lou says Sunday night AA run with Reese is funny AF. Well, we try.
It's actually Wednesday
Thanks,
night,
Lou.
but thank you, Lou.
Let's see. If this is too long of a one, we're not going to totally tackle it. But okay. Always wondered, as Scientology is nonsense, how does the emitter work? Does it work like a lie detector or just random needle jumps? It's a bit of a long question. The truth is, at its essence, it works on skin contact and conductivity. Look, anyone who's done hundreds or thousands of hours of auditing, I think will tell you there certainly seems to be something going on there other than just like hand sweat or something. So I'm not even going to try to answer the question in some sort of a very earnest way. You have to understand, TV, even a lie detector is not really a lie detector. It just measures skin resistance, heartbeat, blood pressure, breathing. Like even lie detectors do not detect lies, and neither does an e-meter. Sometimes you'll hear it referred to as a lie detector because it's easier than trying to describe it any other way. But even a real lie detector isn't a lie detector, so an e-meter cannot be a lie detector either.
Right.
And that's pretty much all I'm going to say to that, honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Maisie Barnett. Reese is the captain of cute, and Aaron is the captain of cool. Holy shit, I love that.
Me too. Me too.
I can't call myself captain of cool, though. I can call myself captain of the Team AA Run. I think that's what this says. AA Run team captain. I'm the team captain of Team AA Run.
I love that though. Thank you, Maisie.
The captain of cute. That's perfect.
Not feeling it, especially because someone thought I was in a bathrobe.
It does kind of look like a bathrobe the way you're sitting there, though.
Okay. Really took me down a notch. Just a button down. It's just a button down, not a bathrobe. But I mean, knowing me and the fact that I'm naked all the time does make sense that you would think it's a bathrobe.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is this from Joshua? Breaking news, a tree just fell in front of the Los Angeles Scientology. Watch creator Joy of Everything on TikTok live now. Holy shit. Okay. So, watch creator Joy of Everything on TikTok live now. Okay, so TikTok, there's a channel called Joy of Everything, and they are live streaming where a tree just fell down in front of one of the LA Scientology buildings. That's actually fascinating. If anybody could put a link to that. Actually, sometimes the live chat doesn't allow links. Goldie posts links all the time. What am I talking about? Are there links allowed in the live chat?
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody wants to post a link to that TikTok channel in the live chat, please do. And if anybody wants to email it to me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com, you can do that as well, because I'd be interested. Okay, Alicia Ann TCOS. Love the hats. Each duo live. You must open it up for Scientology session course suggestions again. I laughed so hard my eyes were watering.
That was a funny one. That was a good one. Huxley still laughs at the one where you said how to shower without soap.
How to kill athlete's foot with ammonia. That's a Sea Org special. Yeah. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work.
Oh my God. Aaron, you really came up with some good ones. We do have to do one of those again. Yeah. The sky's the limit.
All right. Atkins in Texas. Shouldn't we all start sending bulk postcards to Tom Cruise asking, where is Shelley? That actually would be amazing. Like, or whoever Tom Cruise's publicist, well, his publicist is his sister, his agent at CAA. Like, if people were just inundating Tom Cruise's professional associates with postcards of where is Shelley Miscavige, that would be amazing. I wouldn't know where to direct people. I wouldn't be the one to want to suggest who to send it to or where to send it to. But that is something that honestly would make a stink and would create some waves. It would.
If telling him very well done creates waves,
Yeah,
I would imagine. Yeah.
very well done. John Sostovsky, squeeze the pecker and it will laugh. Oh my God. Have you tried squeezing it?
Oh my God. Squeeze the pecker and it will laugh. What kind of a sentence is that?
I bet it does.
John, thank you for that. I hadn't tried squeezing that pecker today.
That's what we sound like on 2x speed, by the way.
Oh, great. Good to know.
Yep. Mr. Blue Sky, you both rock the hats. No way I could pull that off. You all are awesome. Happy belated birthday, Goldie. It's not belated birthday. Today's her birthday. It's today. So yes, thank you for that, Mr. Blue Sky, and happy birthday to Goldie. There he is.
He's a big one, folks.
What's his name again?
Bo,
right. That's what I thought. Oh my God, Lori reminded me. Aaron's favorite event is Trash Day. Happy Trash Day Eve. Love you both. My favorite children. Yes, it is Trash Night, which means tomorrow's Trash Day.
Do you know, I'm going to announce this publicly. Mine was Thursdays also. And we put ours out last Wednesday night. My neighbor texted and said, did you guys not get the letter that it changed to Fridays? So just for everyone, in case you want to go through it, it'll now be Fridays.
There you go. Oh, check this out. Melanie says, my W is pronounced V also. I put the skit in the chat. Oh, good. So it's Melanie Kavek. Melanie Kavek. Is it Kavek or Kavek? Kovek. Shit. No, it's not Kovek because there's no W.
It's a V. It's pronounced like a V. It's probably Kavek.
Kavek or Kavek. Melanie Kavek. It's hard to know because they both sound right.
Yeah, they do.
All right. Amber Glass says, Reese, your glass is going to arrive tomorrow. It's not a toy, so you can open it online. Aaron, do you have a P.O. box? Love y'alls.
What?
Well, she's saying, like, well, you know, she wouldn't want you to open it on a live stream if it was a toy.
Right. No, I'm 39. I know what that is.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a P.O. box, but there is an address that I do provide for those who request it. So you can email me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com if you would like.
Thank you for that, though. I'm excited. I had no idea.
Okay, check this out. Courtney says, hubby and I always get a cigar each when we're in Vegas. Davidoff is our fave. Boxed wine here too. You know, I'm glad you mentioned Davidoff because there is right across the causeway, about 20 minutes away, across from the Tampa International Mall, a Davidoff's of Geneva. And it is a really awesome place to go. I mean, it's so high end. It's so comfy. They have so many big plush lounge chairs, really high ceilings, huge selection of cigars, and, you know, obviously a fully stocked bar. Now, when I go there, I don't necessarily get a Davidoff's cigar, but the Davidoff's of Geneva is one of the best cigar bars around. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Super cool. What's this? Oh, Birdie Babe 83. AA run over here conveniently forgetting that drinking Friday night live stream where he got a little tipsy. Oh, I didn't forget that. But do you want to know why I was able to get so tipsy so fast? Because I'm a total lightweight these days. That was a lot of fun. One. You know, I feel like there was two of them, and I forget. I think one of them, I feel like we did it twice. And the last one, I had a whole container of what is it? The Bailey's Irish Cream. I had such a headache the next day.
Ooh, yeah.
Such a headache.
Awful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
But and I hadn't had Bailey's Irish Cream in a long time. But you know where I picked up a new big bottle?
Costco. We knew it, Aaron. We knew that.
Yes. Tampa B Man. Love you both. Good times.
I love Tampa B Man.
Thank you. Now, why is it Tampa B Man? I forget. I used to know the answer. I totally forget.
I don't know the answer, but I love her.
Yes, but it's going to bother me that I don't remember. It'll
I
come
bet
back
she'll
to me.
tell us.
Yeah. Alicia, Reese, you're awesome. You get Aaron to talk about himself. I've learned more about him since you've been hanging out than this whole last year alone.
Do you know how many people have said that to me, Aaron? We need to open up.
That's interesting. Well, see, it seems so now it works for you. You don't mind getting on screen and talking about yourself, but like I can't do that. So it makes more sense that people would learn more about me the more I talk with other people.
And you can't do that. Why?
It's not interesting to me.
Well, it's not about you. We want to know about you, and it's what the crowd wants. Give the people what they want, Aaron.
Well, there you go. That's what our chats are for then. That's what our
right.
chat's for. But that's cool. That didn't actually occur to me. I think that's awesome.
I've had a lot of people say that.
Cat ACDC fan. Reese, your Stuffy's name is Woody Wood, rhymes with Decker. Old cartoon character who was a real, rhymes with Mick. So Woody Woodpecker was a real dick. Yeah.
What?
You can say those words.
Yeah.
Well, your toy, the toy.
Right. But he was a cartoon, right? I just wasn't. I was born in the 80s. So
you didn't see the Woody Woodpecker cartoons?
Aaron, why would you ask me that? You were raised in a cult and I was in an iceberg.
I saw the Woody Woodpecker cartoons.
Were you born in the 80s?
I was born in 1980.
Okay. Well, I was in the ocean, so I don't know what to say other than no, I never saw it. Never saw that.
Makes sense. But yes, that's Woody Woodpecker. Just like I didn't know, John got me a toy that I thought was a little sex doll, and it turns out it's a character from Saturday Night Live. And I like Mr. Bob. Is it Mr. Bob? I forget what it was. But it just has a big circular mouth. And I was like, I don't know what this is. And it was a character I just was never familiar with.
I think he's sending me one of those.
Is it called Mr. Bob? In the live chat. In the live chat. That. Oh, Mr. Bill. Johnson
Mr. Bill. Yes.
Mr. Bill. And you know, I've been so lazy. I still haven't gone on YouTube and just looked up Mr. Bill segment so I can see what the big deal is all about.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Bill. Oh, no.
Isn't that from a character from like a long time ago?
Clearly, because I watch a ton of Saturday Night Live and I ain't never seen no Mr. Bill. But okay. you know, one of the funny animated ones that I saw on Saturday Night Live that just was always amazing was the ambiguously gay duo. Those are classics. You ever seen those? The ambiguously gay duo. Oh my god.
I have never really watched Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I don't watch it on TV. I watch it on YouTube so I can just watch which skits I like.
Yeah, there you go. I've done that.
Yeah. Okay, Christine Canton. Why doesn't David Miscavige just write OT 9 and 10 himself? That would defeat the purpose of telling everyone that they have to give you all of their money because they are the reason Scientology isn't big enough yet to be allowed to release OT 9 and 10. So actually, I've been meaning to do a video specifically on this subject having to do with the creating a safe environment is one of the prerequisites for releasing OT 9 and 10. And you go, creating a safe environment. What does that even mean? Scientology is more unsafe in the environment today is more unsafe for Scientology than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Scientology is not even making any progress on creating a safe environment. But anyway, Miscavige uses this carrot of OT 9 and 10 as a control mechanism to keep OT8s and OT7s in line. So, and also, it would be really hard to create something that would meet the expectations of people who've been waiting 40 years for it. So that's another painting himself into a corner by waiting so long, to be honest.
That's true.
Yeah. Alicia says, love you, Goldie. Happy birthday. You're the best. Goldie is the best moderator. Okay, Andy Fabulous. In Clearwater, you ask for a Scientology. They give you a drink with 2 fingers of wild turkey and 2 milligrams of niacin. That's some clever writing. That is some clever writing. I did think that it would be a good idea for someone at one point to create a bar in downtown Clearwater and call it the Org, so that you can say, honey, I'm going to the Org. And then the menu would be drinks with all sorts of levels of the bridge. I'll take a grade 2.
That's hilarious.
I'll take an L11 and a superpower.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. How come
I'll
no
take
one's done that?
an op pro by dupe and a quad rudes and overts. It'd be so funny.
Please give me a false purpose rundown.
I'll take one SP declare and a PTS type 3. It's so funny. It's
How
so
come you
damn
haven't done that,
funny.
Aaron? You should do that.
It would be like throwing money down the drain. That's
That's
not true.
true.
If we created some sort of an SP Central bar in downtown Clearwater, I'm sure it would be a tourist destination, but
It would
it would
be.
definitely be a destination.
That's a great idea. That's
Yeah.
hilarious too. Clever.
It's just I know, Scientology would do everything they could to totally destroy that place.
Yes,
They would send in people to do slip and falls every single day.
Yeah, they would
my
probably
back.
succeed. Yeah, they would succeed at it too. Probably it's not
Yeah.
not the greatest, but that's a good idea in theory.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, moderators can post clickable links in the live chat. Regular posters cannot. I didn't know that. That's incredible. I'm just learning this for the first time.
I think I feel like I knew that. I never see regular people post links, just the mods.
Yeah, I've never known. That's great to know. Thank you, Kat and Maggie.
Yeah.
Vincent giggles. If a tree falls in front of an organ, no Scientologists are there to hear it. Does it make a sound? Beautiful. That is beautiful.
There's rarely any Scientologists at the org, so good question.
Cuddle Haggis has some advice for me. Aaron, you'll never acquire a pallet for scotch shopping at Costco.
No shade, bro.
We have wee connoisseur shops for whiskey in Scott. Try Monkey Shoulder. Yes, I know. And also I know there's a difference between the blended scotches and the single malts and everything. And I totally appreciate that. The truth is, eventually, like, I had to ask myself, why am I trying to get good at this? What is this giving me a skill that's going to serve me in life? Like being able to differentiate between the different types of scotches. I was like, it's fun to be able to say that you can do it, but at the end of the day, all you've done is drank a bunch of scotch.
True.
Thank you for the super chat, Cuddle Haggis. SPTV Tattoo Warrior, Bowen Yang Iceberg. What does that mean? I'm going to have to Google it just to see if there's some reference. Bowen Yang. Okay, well, Bowen Yang is a real actor. Oh, he is an actor on Saturday Night Live. He's the gay Asian guy.
Oh, is that the SNL skit? This is what he's talking about?
She's saying that's probably what you search on YouTube. Bowen Yang Iceberg. Oh my God, it's totally you. Oh, it is a segment on Weekend Update. The iceberg on the sinking of the Titanic. Oh, that is great. Reese, you got to check that out.
Oh, I'm totally going to check that out.
You got to check that out. All right, Paula Puffer. I did see on another channel that links in live chats are going away at the end of the month. Huh, interesting.
I think she said that earlier today too, and I was surprised to hear that.
Huh. John Sistovsky says my favorite cigars are the It's a Boy ones. That's cute. That's nice. Noel Blue. Try to think of PIs as the only way Scientology money gets introduced into the economy through taxes. I love it. Much love to AA Ron and Reese. Yes, we're getting some of that money into the economy. It's true. So maybe we should, like, if I see a PI, I just enjoy busting them. But if I could just go up and hang out with them and chat and be like, hey, man, I mean, I hope you're working double. I'll be like, hey, where do you want me to go? Like, I'll be like, hey, where would you like to go today? And I will go there and you can be on the clock saying that you're following me. Do you want to go to Celebration Station? Do you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's? Do you want to go to Davidoff's of Geneva? That's what I should do. I should ask one of them, do you want to go to the cigar bar with me? You can tell them exactly what I'm ordering. You can tell them exactly what I'm talking about as if you're the best spy in the world. Let's just go hang, bro. I need some new friends anyway.
That's a great idea. I wonder if they would even talk to you.
That's a really good idea.
You should try it.
All right. I'll have to take that into serious consideration. Okay, Tampa B, man, my goodness, you on fire tonight.
She's always on fire. I love her.
Fire. Joni Cummings, I feel like I'm reading repeat comments. Are people going in and making the same super chats on both of our channels? I bet that's what's happening.
I don't think so. I don't remember this one. Somebody said it, but was it Joni before?
I don't know. Joni Cummings, I love you both, and the hats are awesome. Okay, look. She finally reminded me. I knew there was a good reason. Barbara Mangano, and I can't. She corrected me before. I don't know if it's Mangano or Mangiano.
I think it's Is it Mangano?
Mangano.
I knew somebody in Omaha growing up with that last
That's
name,
right.
and
Okay, so
she
it's
pronounced
Tampa,
it like Mangano.
Barbara, I'm going to say Mangiano because it feels right, even though it could be wrong.
Especially in that
Okay.
hat. Can you say it again, please?
Mangiano with the Parmigiano. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that.
I think my beard gets redder when I put this hat on.
Now your beard's red?
Do you know I'm not a ginger? Do you know I did not have red hair when I had hair?
Really?
Dark brown hair. I am not a ginger. Okay, I do.
Do you
not
have a photo that you can show us of you with hair?
Yes, you would not even recognize me. I'll find it.
I need to know more about it.
I'll show it to you later. We can figure out if we want to use it. Okay.
I need to know more about it.
You will not recognize me.
I thought you were a gingy.
Nope.
That's kind of weird. Wonder where that came from.
You know, it's not exactly a red beard. It's got reddish in it. But anyway.
Mine is more blonde, luckily. It hasn't changed. It's stayed blonde.
Gosh. All right, you get to read this one.
Why is there cooter? I knew it. Aaron, sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. Black Widow Sammy, SNL alien abductions, lots of new cooter euphemisms. Aaron.
Oh, do you know what she's talking about? There's a skit with who's the cat who's Kate, who's the cast member that left? Kate.
I don't watch SNL.
Kate McKinnon. There is a repeating sketch where government agents are interviewing 3 people that were abducted by aliens, and they are each recounting their own experience.
Okay.
It is unbelievably funny because everyone has an amazing experience except for Kate McKinnon's character. Every time they come to her, she's talking about the extremely explicit sexual stuff the aliens did to her, and it is hilarious. Everyone breaks in the skit every time.
Oh, I want to watch it.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
So if you Google Saturday Night Live alien abductions, I remember Ryan, who's the guy from The Notebook, Ryan Gosling is in one. He cannot deliver a line without cracking. He breaks the most out of anyone.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I need to see it. See it.
All right, Joni Cummings, Woody Woodpecker is awesome. Mr. Bill is hilarious. David Miscavige is an idiot for announcing OT 9 and 10. Well, he hasn't announced it.
No, I don't think. Is she talking about the OT 9 and 10 preps that they did a couple years ago?
Maybe that he keeps announcing it's closer than you think. It's right around the corner, you know. Who knows? Oh, check this out. John Sostovsky's suggested drinking name: AA Run Cocktail, pure grain alcohol, and the next morning, you done messed up.
Oh, John.
Some of my neighbors down here, being true Southerners with family members in Appalachia, have brought over like straight up moonshine a couple times. And boy, if it's made right, it tastes delicious. But oh boy, otherwise it's like straight gasoline.
Ooh. I've never been a drinker. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try it. I've never been drunk.
You've never been drunk?
I've never been drunk. I know Jeff talks about it sometimes. He's like, we need to, but he always says, he's like, but you don't have any inhibitions.
There you go.
Like most people drink to, let it all go.
You've made it, but you used to have a drug problem.
I had a drug problem, but that was because I enjoyed being speedy all the time. Drunk, I don't like pot. I don't like any of that stuff because it makes you slow and out of control.
Wow.
I mean, I always thought being drunk seemed stupid. Like you're out of control. You're slurring your words. That doesn't sound like fun. When you're drunk,
everything is so much fun.
Seriously?
Everything is so much fun. You don't realize what an idiot you were until the next morning.
Should we try it? I've always wanted to try it, but I already know
what it's like.
Well, we could do it together though, Aaron. We could get drunk on here.
Oh, you don't want to do it online.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least in the real world, not everybody knows what happened the night before. Only the
Okay.
people you were with will know what an idiot you were. Um,
Yeah.
never.
Never.
See, that's
Never
what's
been.
crazy because if you're not used to drinking, 2 beers could make you feel drunk. Have you never had 1 beer before?
I've never had a beer before, but I mean, I've had a
You've
margarita.
never drank a beer.
Never. But I mean, I've sipped on a margarita and I remember the feeling I got like halfway through it. And I only drank about half was I got really hot. Like I felt really flushed and warm, like niacin, like I was on my Purif.
See, I don't recommend having alcoholic drinks that have a lot of sugar in it. For me, the sugar actually contributes to a hangover or a headache.
Okay, well that's why I have the beaties and why I was sitting here with these.
Oh
So
my
that's
God.
not really
So
going to work for me. I think I need the sugar.
no, you need like a White Claw. You need like a White Claw. So wait. If you're not used to drinking or have never really drank, 2 margaritas will get you drunk.
Okay.
Well, fuck the margarita. Just drink the tequila that's in the margarita.
I've tried, but it tastes so bad. That's why I've never drank. It burns my throat and I don't like the taste.
You know, a good entry level drink for you is a screwdriver, vodka and orange juice. You can't even taste the vodka.
Okay, well that will really send my sugars through the roof, orange juice. But
Oh, then vodka and Diet Coke or Diet Mountain Dew.
okay. The other thing is if I were to do this, do I do it at home? Like am I going to fall down a flight of stairs? Like what happens when you get drunk?
It's most fun if you're around a bunch of friends who want to laugh and have fun.
A bunch of friends? I don't have a bunch of friends. I have my animals.
There you go. There you go. Okay, but do you like watching movies like comedies? Like you should put on a really, really funny show or a movie or a comedy special and have a couple vodka and orange juices and just see what happens.
So do it at home is what you're saying?
I mean, if it's your first time, yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm scared. I don't know what happens when you get drunk and I don't know if like
Jeff can tell you.
is Jeff going to have to like call firemen to come lift me and there takes 12 of them because I'm so heavy? Like that's embarrassing and I don't ever want that to happen. So I'm like, do I do it at home? Am I going to want to bone down and answer the bone phone? Like what happens?
Probably. Who knows? You'll never know.
It's crazy how many drugs I've done. I've done a lot of drugs, but I never had an interest in alcohol.
Yeah, that is blowing my mind. I can't believe it.
Okay, well maybe we should try it, Aaron. Maybe
we'll figure it out.
Margaritas maybe or White Claw is what you're saying? I hate beer. I mean, I've sipped on beer and tried a little bit of a beer.
So you just really, really do not like beer?
I don't think so. I don't know how you do like beer.
But how did you end up sipping a margarita? Like, what about that do you like?
Well, I only had one that I liked once, and it was of course, like the smoothie kind, like, frozen or whatever.
Get one of those smoothie, but make it a strawberry daiquiri. So you can have all sorts of fun with it, especially since you grew up in an ice cube. You like those iced smoothie drinks.
I do. I do make a smoothie.
Make yourself
every day.
a strawberry smoothie, put a bunch of strawberry flavored vodka in there and just sip on it. Don't go crazy. Just sip on it.
Let my sugars go nuts. Okay. Well, I just wonder what will happen. I should get drunk sometime because I don't know what it's like. I don't know what you experience. Some people get mean, don't they?
Well, I guess you hear those stories when people are like, my father was a really mean drunk. He'd come home and beat us all up. I have friends who get loud and rambunctious, but not mean. Like, I mean, I've never had someone who just starts drinking and just gets mean. You hear a lot of stories of abused kids who say things like that. But I mean, like, I've never known someone who just started getting, I take it back. I have a neighbor who we had to stop inviting to stuff because he would just get really mean.
I mean, I was going to say it's a true statement right now, and she doesn't watch the channels anyway. My mom is kind of mean when she starts drinking. She drinks wine and she will get really antagonistic and start kind of nitpicking, and she'll get meaner and meaner. And so Jeff was like, after he saw that once, he was like, maybe we want to keep you away from it. I don't know. Maybe I should try it.
He's like, if that's what your mom's like, maybe that's what you're going to be like,
know? He was like, I don't need you to be mean, but I don't know. Maybe we should try. I just think it's safe to try it at home. We live on mainly a ranch. There are stairs, but I would avoid the stairs. I just don't want a bunch of hot firemen having to come over and they're like, we need backup. There's only 6 of us and she's too heavy. We're going to need 2 more trucks. They're all like ripped and cut and they still can't do it. They're like, ah! They're like grunting. I'm scared. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of being like an ankle bracelet on a cankle. It's like,
Oh,
like they're just it's too
okay.
tight.
You know what we should do? One of these nights, we'll get the same drink. So like if you're drinking, and we'll get it like from the store so that we know it's mixed the same way and everything. So like we'll pick a type of margarita, since that seems to be your drink of choice for some unknown reason.
No, I don't even really like them. That's fine.
We'll go to Costco. We'll go to Costco. We'll pick up. I know Costco must have some pre-made margarita something or other, right?
Yeah, and I have a Vitamix.
I got a Vitamix.
I got mine at Costco.
I probably got mine at Costco too.
You, of course, you did.
And we'll have the exact same thing, which isn't a little fair because I should have more tolerance than you. And we'll just we'll take sips at the same time and we'll test this thing out. We'll see how crazy it gets. How about that?
I thought you didn't want to do that. I thought you said you don't want to do it on there.
No, I did say you don't want to drink online. I said you don't want to get absolutely wasted online because then you're going to regret it the next day.
But we don't know my tolerance, so I could get wasted right away, and then
you can't go from 0 to 100 just with a sip or two.
You know, I didn't think it could get worse, but then I just suddenly right now my life flashed, and I was like, what if I collapse in this chair on live, and there's firemen that are like, we need 16 more guys, and you guys are all watching it. That would be the worst thing I can think of. That would be the worst thing.
But it would be great for your views, and you'd be glad the next day.
You think I'd have more subscribers?
So many people would want to come to see the next.
Feel sorry for me.
The next chapter. Yeah.
Carting me off half naked and drooling. Okay. All right.
Oh my God. It would be
We could try it
fun.
sometime. We could try it. I would probably like a blended. I think I also would I've had virgin. What are those things with rum and coconut? A pina colada.
I don't know anything about pina coladas.
Oh, well, that was tasty. But I get a lot of mocktails.
Yeah, I don't like sugary alcohol drinks. Okay. But I'm willing to do that.
That's where we differ a lot. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, maybe we should try this on a Friday night. We should. Absolutely. I will tell Jeff we're not going to do floating needle Friday just for that. No, it can be any day. It could be a Saturday. It could be a Sunday. It doesn't matter. Don't schedule one of your things. Don't cancel one of your things. Oh, no, I was talking about actually answering the phone. We tend to do that on Fridays. I'm saying, don't people get drunk, though, on Fridays or Saturdays? Aren't you all an alcoholic if it's any other day? Who? Aren't you going to be judged heavily if you're getting drunk on a Monday night? We're not going to get drunk. How do you know? I don't drink. I'm probably going to drink one. We're going to get tipsy. It's a big difference. Is it possible? We're not going to do it on a Monday night. We're not going to do it on a Monday night. Okay. I don't know the logistics. I don't know the proper etiquette on being, wasted or being an alcoholic or, becoming a mean drunk. I don't know the ins and outs, Aaron. If you wanted to talk about what would be amazing if you turned into a really mean drunk, that would be hilarious. No, that would be terrible. People would unfollow me. I would lose subscribers. You fucking outed me, you piece of shit. I'll never forgive you for that. Ginger. Fucking, yeah, that would be terrible. Captain of shit. You ain't captain of shit, bitch. You're a little bitch. You ginger bitch. That would be terrible. Wouldn't that be? I would lose people. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Oh, this is a whole new genre of videos that we're going to open. If you wanted to know about cocaine, I could help you, but I can't help. I can't help otherwise. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, well, let's try it sometime. Like I said, we both have a Vitamix. Jeff would know how to do it because he's 65 and he's drank booze before, and I'll coordinate it with Jeff. We'll coordinate with Jeff. All right. All right. FBC 123 me. Is Scientology just hemorrhaging money with all the lawsuits and legal expenses? The truth is they're not really hemorrhaging money because they don't pay taxes. They don't pay
property taxes. They don't pay income taxes. They have almost no payroll expense, and they bring in hundreds of millions of dollars a year. They don't have mortgages. They don't have rent payments. They own all of their buildings outright. They can probably cover all of their annual operating expenses just with the interest on their reserves. They will not start hemorrhaging money until they either lose their tax exempt status or until a jury finds them liable for billion or more dollar in damages. That's when things are going to get serious financially for Scientology. Thank you for the question, FBC123me. Sandra M. I get the sense that Scientologists are pretty serious. How did they react to Reese's sense of humor, or did she keep it undercover when around them? I love this
Jokers
question.
and degraders.
Yes. Did you ever get shit for being too joking?
All the time. All the time. Yep. It was being a joker and a degrader all the time. It was hard to be me in Scientology because I always have kind of made light of things. And also, I just want to say, because I had no parents, I was literally raised by George Carlin. That's all I watched. I watched George Carlin my whole upbringing. I was home alone and I would just watch reruns. So I've always been kind of silly about that. And yeah, I would say, wouldn't you say? I mean, it's not really.
I love that. I love that. You know, I felt like I always had a really good sense of humor in Scientology, but I was never making jokes about Scientology. Like, I never had someone tell me you weren't allowed to make jokes. You just can't make jokes about Scientology.
I think it depends on the joke. And
I just never heard anyone, like, you know, you don't get in trouble for laughing. You get in trouble for laughing about Scientology.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I was shown the reference jokers and degraders a lot.
Yeah.
And kind of asked to tone it down quite a bit.
Yeah. Do you watch a lot of comedy these days?
Not so much these days. I mean, I watch reruns of Carlin. I loved George Carlin. I thought he was pretty
comedy
great.
Is probably my biggest point of interest. The biggest thing I like watching and interested in.
Absolutely.
Every Monday night, Tony Hinchcliffe does a 2-hour open mic comedy podcast called Kill Tony. And it's out of Austin, Texas. It's actually out of Joe Rogan's new club. And it's the greatest thing ever. I've seen Tony Hinchcliffe live in person. There's two comedians whose comedy I identify with the most. And that's Anthony Jeselnik and Tony Hinchcliffe. And of course, there's Bill Burr. There's Tom Segura. There's some other guys that are really funny. But watching comedy specials and stand-up comedy shows is one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, yeah. Me too. It just depends on the comedian.
Yeah.
They're not all these days. I don't know. I like the old school Carlin style, but no. I would definitely, I'm sure I would enjoy it. I'm sure.
Netflix does a ton of comedy specials, and they're not all that great, to be honest. But that's why I love watching comedy on YouTube. It's just it's never ending supply of comedy. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like that. I'm sure.
Okay, check this out. TV says 5 years ago, I toured the Celebrity Center because a friend of mine worked there, and I was curious of the beautiful building. Did not enjoy the tour. They were weird inside. Wow, how did your friend? That means you had a friend in the Sea Org, is what that sounds like. But yeah, they are weird. It's a culture shock. People in the Sea Org don't know how to act around non-Scientologists. They just have no idea.
Why do you say that means your friend was in the Sea Org?
Because he says my friend worked there.
At CC?
The Celebrity Center, yeah. That's this. I assumed it was Celebrity Center International.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because not all Celebrity Centers are Sea Org. I went to CC Nashville when I would go visit my parents.
No, you're right. You're right. Celebrity Center International is the only one that is a Sea Org. I just assumed that this was CCN, but maybe it's not.
Yeah, that's true. Probably was CCN, but yeah, I just got confused when you said that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It probably wasn't CCN, actually. Andy Fabulous, you could save Scientology by creating OT9 Infinity drinks. Also, have you seen the AA Run intro parody on YouTube? Funny as hell. The AA Run intro parody. I guess I haven't. What's popping? You got more barking. Are you on mute? Did you mute yourself? That's okay.
I muted myself because you get annoyed with the dog barking, and I think Jeff's home and they're barking. This being in the basement is new for me. I never come down here, and I think he's freaked out by it too. Yeah.
Yeah, we can. And Reese, when we do our little drinking videos, we can give our drinks funny Scientology names that would be on.
That would be fun. What
in
if we did
character
this
for
and I
us.
became a raging alcoholic? What if I really enjoyed it? I always thought I need to find a daytime hobby because I don't really work as much anymore. And I've always
You just you muted yourself when you touched your microphone. You put this button right here is the mute. Press it.
got me.
There you go.
Am I here?
You know, that's actually what makes it even more incredible that you don't drink, because there's sort of a cliche that, you know, the moms who stay home all day just
Yeah.
drink wine all day.
Well, you know what? I mean, that's true. But when you have things like this, I feel like there are moms, you're kind of leaving out the moms that like to snack, and that's not really fair to us. Trust me, I can whip up some queso and I make a good, mean homemade guac. So that's really not fair to just say they like to drink. I mean, there's also chubby moms. There's all kinds of moms that enjoy it. I thought about it though. I thought, now that I'm home, I asked Jeff that. I was like, should I start drinking? Is that a thing? And he was like, yeah, you're pretty out there already. Like, drinking is to say the things
Reese,
you always wanted to say. And I already do
I
that.
remember in late 2013, when I started my own business for the first time, I was working from home. And it dawned on me. It was like a kid with a driver's license for the first time. I was like, wait a second. I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I can have beer all day if I want. I was like, I'll be right back. I got to go to the store.
Did you go to the Costco bakery? They have the best.
The Costco is too far away. I had so much Hungry Howie's pizza and Yingling that I probably gained 20 pounds in 6 months. And I was like, oh, this is out of control. This is not going to work.
Wow.
But it was like, when it dawned on me, like, you know, because if you're working at a job, you can't have a beer in the middle of the day. But I'm like, I'm working for myself now. I can have a beer whenever I want.
Fancy. Yeah, I just do that though with carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Hungry Howie's pepperoni for a long time with the garlic butter crust for a long time was the best pizza value that you could get out there. Maybe not as valuable as good value as the Costco pizza, but Costco's like a 12-minute drive from me. Hungry Howie's is a 2-minute drive. But you know what's better value now? My oldest daughter works at Little Caesars Pizza.
Oh, really? They still have those? Gross.
Not only do they have one, but some of that shit's free now. You know what I'm saying?
Aaron, I think it's like $3 anyway. So if you need me to float you a loan for Little Caesars, I'm happy to Venmo you some money. I think it's the cheapest. It's like all you can eat for $1. So
hey, pizza tastes best when it's free. You know what I'm saying?
My God, I didn't even know they still had. You go cheap on pizza?
So I will not go for one of these Papa John's $20 pizzas that are like this big. I'll go Costco. I mean, but you can't beat value of Costco.
That's $10.
But I will not buy Domino's or Papa John's. I mean, you're just getting bent over and taken advantage of. Like, it is ridiculous. It just makes me mad.
Don't you guys have any good local joints there though?
So they're not great.
Really? Ooh, that sucks. I would move.
Well, and they're not good prices. Like, there's some local joints, but it's like, I don't want to pay $20 for a pizza.
It's 2023, Aaron. You probably need to get used to that.
I'm not paying more than $8 for a pizza, okay?
You're still stuck in the Sea Org times.
I'll pay $10 for a Costco pizza, but that's big as 2 pizzas.
Okay, I didn't know you were this chintzy, and it's a problem.
I will spend several more minutes than is necessary trying to decide whether I'm going to get the apples that are $1.05 a pound or $1.15 a pound.
I tried to forget that the first time you told me. So I'm a little bit disappointed and bothered, but that's the difference between us. You're skinny and I'm not. And food is everything. I will pay more. Like, do you shop at like Whole Foods or?
I will never be caught dead in a Whole Foods.
Okay.
It's not, like, there's certain foods I take seriously. I take steak seriously. I take steak seriously. I take chicken seriously. But yeah, No, but when it comes to the pizza, it's like, it's just satisfying a carb urge. It's not like, I don't need some gourmet shit. Okay. I just need crust, cheese, and pepperoni.
Okay, so you're going to keep Little Caesars in business then, and that's too bad. See,
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I like a gourmet. I like a fresh sauce that they made and like crush the
Yeah.
tomatoes with their feet.
No, the problem is Little Caesars raised their prices. And I said, you know what?
To what, $4?
You should have grandfathered in your best customers at your old prices, because now you're gone, done, lost my business. You messed up.
Oh my God, Aaron, you're going to be terrible when you're an
They
old
should have
man.
said, you've been a valuable customer of ours for 10 straight years. Everyone here knows your name. We're going to honor our old prices for you and other elite level platinum Hungry Howie's customers. And they're like, it used to be, I think you could get a large pepperoni pizza for $5.99. Well, now it's probably closer to $9.99. I will not have it.
Oh my God. Is everybody hearing this? Aaron, that's really depressing, brother. I had no idea that this was the battle that's going on in your mind.
Now, look, if my daughter stops working at Little Caesars, then I will have no choice but to go back to Hungry Howie's or to stick to my Costco stuff. But right now, every so often, I come home from, the house that I film in is not the same house that I live in. Every so often, I'll come home, boom, there's 3 free pizzas sitting there on the table. And I just go, life is good when you get free pizza.
I had no idea you were hurting this much. That'll be our next video, folks. That's going to be the next one, is really unpacking some of Aaron's issues with the apples and the pizza.
Megan, here's the thing. It's actually a problem of mine. I will fuss over the small things, but not give a shit about the big things. And it messes with my I don't want to call it anxiety, because I'm always wound really tight. I'm always like stressed about stuff I do not need to be stressed about, like the price of apples.
I had no idea. We couldn't tell. That's crazy. We wouldn't have guessed that about you.
Oh,
Good
my goodness.
God, Aaron, we got to loosen you up. We do need to do this drinking thing. If not for me, for you.
We're going to have some drinks and we're going to have some Little Caesars pizzas.
Oh my God.
Or whatever pizza you choose. If you want to throw money away on trash like Papa John's, we'll do that. It's on you, though. I'm not going to feel guilty about that. It's going to be on you. You're going to bear the full burden of that guilt.
I will. Jeff will pay for it. I promise. We'll put it on Jeff's Amex, and I will get you the pizza as well. I just think you're really missing out. Not to mention, I don't have a gallbladder, so I'll shit my pants if I eat like really low quality pizza. That would be fun on camera too. We need 17 firefighters to pick her up. She also shit herself, and she's drunk. Oh, she shit everywhere. We're gonna need paramedics. Bring all the gloves.
Jeff's like hauling you out of that room. You're like,
you guys are watching it go out of the doorway.
It's still live because you passed out without any.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All because I ate Little Caesars. No thanks. I'm not doing that. We're gonna get a little better quality. And just in case, though, I will put on a diaper or something.
Gino's in Palm Harbor has the best pizza. I'm not sure I've been to that place.
Are you close to Palm Harbor?
Palm Harbor is about 20 minutes north. The cigar bar that me and my buddies used to go to all the time is the Cigar Cave up in Palm Harbor, just north of Alderman. And so, yeah, I'm very familiar with Palm Harbor. It's basically the Clearwater neighborhood.
Okay.
All right, let's tackle some of these other ones. I think we already did that one. Oh, look at this. This is more information about the fallen tree. The tree fell on the east side of Author Services. 2 cars squashed. Someone said an elf may have fallen from the tree with a cookie. Wow. Author Service, that's a big deal. That's an extraordinarily expensive building. And it's one of the most senior organizations in Scientology is Author Services. So hi, Jeff.
Hey, Aaron says hi, Jeff. Oh, I guess so. You can pop in and say hi. Jeff got back from a scout meeting, so he's wearing his scout necklace that he does.
Jeff, we're planning on getting drunk for the first time live online with some high quality pizzas.
I can't hear you, but that's okay.
Here, put this in your left ear. Say it again, Aaron. Jeff, bend down. You just look like a big chubby headless man.
Now I hear you.
There he is. Reese told everyone she's never been drunk before. So we're organizing a live stream where we're drinking margaritas and eating pizza while answering questions and having fun.
Ooh.
Sound like
What
a
do you-
plan?
I've got the margarita mix upstairs to fix for her.
I've never been drunk, have I?
No, you haven't.
Never been drunk before. But then we got concerned about it, and he eats cheap pizza. And I was worried, like all these things started crossing my mind. Like, I don't have a gallbladder, so I'll end up shitting my pants because the alcohol took effect probably. And then I said, you're going to have to call 911 and they won't have enough firefighters in this area and they'll have to dispatch more because I'm so heavy.
Anyway,
Look at Jeff. He's like, ha, ha, ha.
this plan is definitely going down in a one way, shape, or form. We just have to figure out the best way to do it.
We'll get it figured out. I'm here on this end. I know how to make the drinks. So
Nice.
Aaron only eats cheap pizza, so we're going to use your Amex to order him a quality pizza and have it sent to him if you don't mind.
There actually is a gourmet pizza place a bit east of downtown Clearwater. I think it's called Cristiano's. So maybe I'll just go over there and get. But you see, I just go, I don't need gourmet pizza, so I don't drive to go get it.
But he drinks fancy scotch.
Well, I don't hardly drink scotch at all anymore. But when I do, I'll go with a Macallan 15. I'll do it. Yeah.
Mine is Balvenie Tune 1509.
I told him
the one? Is that the one she was saying is $100 a shot?
One.
It's $100 a pour, yeah.
A pour, yeah.
That's
so is that an ounce? Is that an
old.
ounce and a half or 2 ounces?
That's an ounce and a half.
Jesus, my God!
Trust me, if you enjoy a good scotch, you would love that one.
It's probably worth trying at least once.
Yeah.
Well, if we ever come to Clearwater, you can buy him a shot.
I'd be happy.
And I will get him a higher quality pizza because I'm not shitting my pants in Clearwater.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys continue.
All right. See ya.
Oh, see you later, honey.
Yep.
Okay, Aaron, I like this plan. All these people are my new closest friends. So even if I do crap myself and lay on the floor drooling, no one's going to judge that.
They'll put that on your website. You got to give them something to put on your website. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. We got to give something. Throw the church a bone.
All right, let's bang some of these out. Paula Puffer, the change has to do with spam control. Okay, so that's about links in the chat. That makes sense. Dave Bowen says, Reese seems like she would be one of the cool camp counselors or maybe the funny one on a TV ghost hunting team.
What the hell?
Is this reference to like an actual show? A TV ghost hunting? I know there's a bunch of ghost hunter shows, but I've never seen them.
I don't know what Dave's talking about, but you know what?
He's not talking about Scooby-Doo, is he?
I'm a little bit. I'm quite confused.
That's all right. That's all right. Thank you. We it seems like a compliment, no matter how you.
Oh, definitely a compliment, and it's also a compliment to give us money. So thank you for that as well, Dave.
There you go. Dan Mosqueda, do you know Chris Scoggins? Approached me to do business with them, owned by Will Seabrook. Scoggins is a level 2B auditor, I think. Well, Dan Mosqueda, level 2B is not a thing. That doesn't exist.
Never heard of that. Yeah.
You can be a level 2 auditor, but almost nobody stops at level 2. You usually go to level 4.
Unless you blow.
So here's the problem. There's a bunch of Scoggins, and they're not all spelled the same, and they're not all related, and I forget which one that I knew. So when I was at AOLA, I was with a Scoggins was there, and I think it was Chris Scoggins. But there's another Scoggins who worked at the Celebrity Center who's not related to the Scoggins that I knew. Also, the name Will Seabrook is extremely familiar, but I don't think I personally knew Will Seabrook. And I don't know what business Chris Scoggins and Will Seabrook do with each other. But Dan, if you want to email me any more information about that at growingupinscientology@gmail.com, I'll give you a better response. Oh my God. Barbara's back with more. Are you kidding me, AA Run? It's what is this? Oh. It's man-gan rhyming with man and o. Wait, what?
Mangano?
Oh. Man-gan-o with a southern draw. Shit. You read this for me.
I can't. It's man-gan rhyming with man and o.
Oh,
Mangano.
man and o. Mangano.
Mangano.
Man and o. Mangano.
You're
Mangano. Yes, Mangano. Mangano.
But how do you do it with a southern draw? Mangano?
Mangano. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's That
Um,
Billy Bob Thornton is not a Southern draw. My parents are in Tennessee. Wait, Manganao? Because my dad calls me Rice. Sounds like
is it
rice.
Mangano, you hear?
Manganao?
Let me read it again. Are you kidding me? It's man, gan, rhyming with man and o. Man, gan, o. With a Southern draw. It's the Southern draw part that I can't figure out.
I think just have a little bit of grace for us. He doesn't know anything due to the cold. And again, I was floating out in the sea for a long time. So please just give us a little bit of leeway on that. But I think it's Mangano.
I'm still going with
Mangano.
Mangano. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You did it the first time. We're good, Billy Bob.
All right. Joshua Turnage. Please call Scientology Center in LA. Tell them to get rid of the tree that fell in the van that's blocking traffic. If people inundated Author Services International with phone calls saying, could you please remove the tree that fell in the van that's blocking traffic, that would be great. Thanks. And record those calls. That would be absolutely incredible.
That would be.
Author Services International. How can I help you? Can you please remove the tree that's blocking traffic? That would be great.
That would be hilarious.
I'm dying now to go find this video after we're done of this tree falling on Author Services or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Courtney says, Reese, I told you I'd make it to Kansas City at some point. I'll take you to dinner and get you drunk. At least one bottle of wine for the table. If you're not a drinker, one glass of wine and you're done.
But wine is gross. I need something that tastes good.
But there's white wine, there's red wine, there's even pink wine.
Okay.
Red wine actually gives me a headache. There's a gene. It's a genetic thing. Certain genes get a headache from red wine. So I steer away from red wine, even though I do like it. But I enjoy white wine. I never drink it, but I do enjoy it.
I think Courtney, I appreciate that, but I think I need to get drunk at home first. That way, if I do crap my pants, at least it happens here. Yep. Out in public, that would be horrible, especially with you being a stranger. How would you like to go out to dinner for the first time with someone and be like, excuse me, I have to go home. I need a spare pair of undies.
You do want to know where that pants shitting threshold is, and you never know where the line is until you cross it. You only have to cross it once, but you got to find out where the line is.
You got to find out first.
Yeah. Cindy Funke.
Funk. It's pronounced funk.
It says, okay, Reese, I'm coming to KC and we're going to the Power and Light District. That's where the org is.
That's where the org is. That's even better. Get me wasted down by the org. I'll shit my pants and you can take me to the bathroom in there. Excuse me. We know she's been declared, but she shit herself.
Just take a picture of her shitting on the sidewalk, walk into the org, say, this is for the website. Just take it. We'll save you the work. Oh, my God.
Oh,
amazing.
Man.
Carla Forbes says, Reese, start with the drink called High Noon. I don't know what's in a High Noon, but I'm sure it's tasty.
Sounds like a fun time.
Apostate Alex says, what is Scientology's favorite drink? A strawberry daiquiri.
K-R-E. Yeah.
Awesome.
Clever.
Courtney, I drink wine, but I'm super fun.
Well, you can get drunk, Courtney. Again, I just want to find out what the pants pooping threshold is.
No, she just means she doesn't get super mean like your mom.
Right, but we don't know what I'm going to do. What if I get super mean and poop my pants? That's a bad combo.
You got to find where that line is. So
you got to find it first at home.
We're explorers. We search for the lines. Marilyn Honig, dirty Shirleys are the best. A Shirley Temple with vodka and extra cherries.
Oh,
okay. I
might like that because I love Shirley Temples.
One drink I absolutely love is just filthy dirty martinis. I love olive juice. And so it's a vodka martini with the vermouth and olive juice, but like extra olive juice and ice cold. Ice cold. I do love those. It's been a long time since I've had one, but I was on a dirty martini kick for a while. All the guys would come over and instead of drinking beers, we'd just be drinking dirty martinis. It sounds kind of gay, but it was delicious, and those were fun times.
It sounds unsugary to me. It sounds gross. I need something more sweet.
But then when I mentioned the strawberry daiquiris, you said it was too sweet for the diabetes.
No, that's fine. I just thought what were the screwdrivers?
Oh, the orange juice.
Yeah. And it
Yeah,
also
there's
gives
a
me
lot.
heartburn. Orange juice gives me
Oh.
heartburn.
That's the other reason why I remember you reminded me, stopped drinking the hard liquor because it does give me heartburn and nothing else gives me heartburn. Like I don't have heartburn, but I drink. And actually, we go on a lot of cruises sometimes or in the years past. And when you get those all you can drink drinks packages, they're
Oh,
always
yeah.
serving you the iced, like the strawberry daiquiris and the pina coladas. The sugar, this is what it is. The sugar and the liquor gives me heartburn and nothing else in the world does. And I was like,
Weird.
I can't do this. I can't. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Heartburn
really
is
painful.
awful.
It's really painful. Grammarly says, everyone say happy birthday, Goldie. Let's do this one
Happy
more time.
birthday. Do you
That's
have to
Goldie.
be such a showboater in that hat?
That's for Goldie. Happy birthday, Goldie.
I can't do it, Goldie, but if I could, I would.
Okay, what is this? Ozempic and Trulicity can make you sick when drinking. Well, we're not looking to mix and match, Paula.
Are we going to crush that up and snort it? What's going on?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Sounds unsafe.
Cuddle Haggis. Hey, gorgeous. I don't know. Who's this? Is this you? Is this me? What's happening here?
I mean, gorgeous. It's probably
Probably you.
me. Come on.
Hey, gorgeous. Was watching teeny tiny Davy talking about OT 14 and 15. What's he writing? Try a black Russian in a tall glass. Love you, sweetie Reese. Actually, she just reminded me. One of my favorite drinks, White Russians.
Ew, doesn't that have milk in it?
Cream, heavy cream.
Okay, I remember that from The Big Lebowski.
I love those drinks. Yeah.
Gross. Aaron, I don't know that we could get drunk together. You don't like gourmet pizza.
I like gourmet pizza. I just don't spend the money on gourmet pizza.
You're not willing to pay for it.
I love gourmet pizza, just not enough to pay a lot of money for it. That's all.
Okay.
I spend money on steaks. I like steaks. Okay,
And
Laura
steaks are
Font.
not cheap.
Steaks are not cheap. Laura Font, they have adult Otter Pops. I don't know what that is. Do you?
Never heard of such a thing. I don't know what that means.
SPTV Tattoo Warrior, a cider. I haven't had a cider in so long, but those are delicious. A hard cider.
Like a hard cider? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
they
Maybe
are
we
delicious.
maybe we should get drunk now that it's summer, and then in the fall get drunk on a hard cider. Try it again.
I'm down for it. Okay, Noel Blue says, Reese, if you ever come to Michigan, I'll take you out drinking. We'll get Mexican and it'll be fun and delicious. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let
There you go.
me see what the pants pooping threshold is, and then I'll see if I can go out in public with you people.
Awesome. This is the funniest conversation ever, says Hopper. Reese, you'll know you're drunk when you get there. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's probably true, right? Or does it happen
Oh.
slowly to where like
my
you don't
God.
realize it?
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. How long does Hans Kim's song stay stuck in your head? LL, I have New Year's Eve tickets for Kill Tony. This is Hans Kim. This is Hans Kim. This is Hans Kim. This is Hans Kim. That's the Hans Kim song. Okay. I
couldn't have guessed.
I looked at the price for the tickets to just a normal Kill Tony show. Forget the New Year's Eve. It was like $500 or $600 fucking dollars just for a seat at the Kill. It's insane. It's insane. I could never justify that. I mean,
We know this about you, Mr. Cheap Apples.
I mean, I was trying to think how many hundreds of dollars would maybe if I was guaranteed a front row seat, like right in front of the mic, or something like that. But Demetra, you got to email me and tell me how much you paid for those damn tickets. Because first of all, aren't they going to be? Is it an arena or a stadium aren't they having the New Year's Eve show in a freaking arena? I got to know how much you paid for those tickets. Or I would consider flying to Austin just for a Kill Tony event, but we'd have to make a whole thing out of it. Anyway, that's exciting. That's really exciting. And Hans Kim is just hilarious. How much do you love that Uncle Laser absolutely bombed at his one chance to become a regular? He's become a heel now. Anyway, you got to watch Kill Tony, Reese. You guys got to watch Kill Tony.
Okay, I didn't even know about it. I'll watch it.
John Sostovsky, is Costco your replacement cult? You know, Costco's not a cult because it's more of a loving family. And if you leave Costco and you go to Sam's Club, they don't disconnect from you or fair game you or anything.
I do love Costco.
I do love Costco. Yeah. Oh my God, look at this. I love it. A Cuterini. Oh my God. That's it. That's it. Though that's what we're gonna call our drinks. Whatever we drink, we're gonna just call it a Cuterini. It sounds Italian. It sounds fancy as fuck. And but everybody knows
Can
what
you
we're
do it
talking
in an
about.
Italian accent for us, like you did?
A
Bart?
Cuterini. No, I can't do it. A Cuterini. A Cuterini. A Bella. Bella is I got the
You
Cuterini.
guys, I'm gonna hear about this for a long time. Oh my god, that is perfect.
Oh, I love it. Okay, Jamie, or is it Jaime? It's got to be Jamie, right?
What's wrong with you tonight?
Are you? That could so be Jaime.
I don't think so. I think
Jaime Goetz. Okay, so I take it you're going with Jamie. Okay,
I'm gonna go with Jamie on this one. I could be wrong.
is that because they don't have anyone named Jaime in Topeka? That's racist.
In Topeka?
Topeka,
Topeka.
Kansas.
That's not how we say it here.
How do you say it?
Topeka.
That's what
It's
I'm
not-
saying.
No, you're saying Topeka.
What are you saying?
Aaron, I don't trust you anymore. You don't. You're talking down and haggling a Little Caesar's pizza with people.
What are you? Is it Topeka?
What the hell
What-
is wrong with you? It's Topeka.
Topeka.
No, just one word. Quit making it 6 words.
All right. Anyway,
Topeka.
Jaime says, "I will drink with you. I live in Topeka."
Oh my God, you said it. Okay, Topeka.
Topeka.
Ta.
Topeka.
Not toe.
Okay. I get it.
And it's not Jaime.
Jamie. Jamie Goetz says, "I will drink with you. I live in Topeka."
That was way harder than it needed to be. Kind of like you talking down the pizza's prices.
Oh my gosh. What if I went to the front, to the cash register at Costco and tried to haggle on the price of apples?
Oh my God. Can you imagine? That would be so embarrassing.
You could do a video.
Do you need a box? Not unless you can lower the price of those.
Exactly. I'll get my own box, but can we do a 2-for-1 of these apples here? All right. Joni Cummings says, Did I hear right? David Miscavige escape? Oh, because the tree fell down.
I just read a comment that says, I just got here. Are they stoned?
No, this is just totally au natural. Okay, Jen Mint just dropping in to say hi. Love y'all. By the way, no matter how much I go through these super chats, the number does not go down, just so you know.
I see that.
It's always
That's 'cause
22
They
or
love
23.
us. They love us.
John Sostovsky, how about a French dip instead of a pizza? Actually, I got to tell you, I probably, if I ever had to choose between a French dip and a pizza, would go with the French dip sandwich. They were just so delicious, particularly at, I want to say it was Kohl's. I really love the ones at Kohl's. They were great.
I think I was saying his name right, by the way. It's Sostowski.
It's Sostovsky, I promise you.
So the W is a V?
Correct.
That's too bad.
That's okay. He doesn't mind either way, you know.
I don't think he does.
Kathy O'Toole says Bacardi and Diet Coke safest for diabetes, but don't fucking battery.
Oh, for God's sakes. I am a newbie and I got plug-in lights. What's going on in your life? We need to really break this down and unpack some things. We are learning a lot tonight, you guys.
It's okay.
And-
now that somebody reminded me I could actually buy cords for these existing lights, that's what I'm going to do. I just didn't want to buy new lights for no reason, you know. People like seeing me jump up every time my lights go out. You know what I'm saying? It's part of it. It's a feature at this point.
Unbelievable. You are tighter than the bolts on a bridge.
That is true. Okay, CJ Chick 29, a PTS nattering HENR with a declare on the rocks. Oh, that was a throwback to the bar with Scientology drinks.
Mhm.
I like that.
I like that.
Courtney Platt, Panadora at Italy. Panadora at Italy in Park MGM Vegas. Authentic Italian pizza, one of our faves. Amazing meal every time we go to Vegas to eat and drink. It's funny. I've been to Vegas a few times, and every time I go, I ask myself, why do people come to Las Vegas?
I've never liked Vegas, but again, it's because I don't drink probably. That's probably the place to do it.
Yeah. Or for me, I go, it's just to drink. And then it's like after 3 drinks, I want to go to sleep. And then I'm tired. And I don't like to gamble because I don't like to lose money, as you know.
No way.
Although I got to tell you, I'm not bad at blackjack. I'm pretty good at blackjack.
Jeff's really good at it too. He really enjoys it. But he doesn't,
Yes.
I mean, he only does it if he's, has the opportunity. We're not running to the boats.
Oh, Lord. we're still on this one. For heaven's sake,
This woman has had to pay
Mangano.
so much money tonight. I feel sorry for her.
Okay, no Italian accent. Man gone. Oh,
Mangano.
It's not Mangano.
Okay, Topeka. I don't want to hear about it. It's Mangano, right?
Okay, I'm from Georgia. My hubby's Italian. I'm a Southerner. Come to my family entertainment center, and I'll pronounce it in. Oh, that's right. That's right. She's got a place down here.
She does.
Yes. Hold on. Let me make a note of this because I'll forget. Let me make a note. Okay. Barbara Mangano, Tampa B man. I keep forgetting. Family Entertainment Center. Yes, I've even looked this up. I know where it is and everything.
And it says not an Italian accent. So
I know.
Good
That's
Lord.
fun at this point.
Good
But you see, it's
God.
funny because her husband is Italian. I bet her husband says it in an Italian way. I bet the husband says it in an Italian way. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that could be.
By the way, speaking of Italians, does anyone familiar on social media with the woman who calls herself the Pasta Queen? Spoiler alert. She's a full-blown Scientologist, and I've never gotten around to doing a video about it. She lives here in Clearwater. She's like OT8. She's the Pasta Queen. I've seen her in ads recently.
What? On what platform?
She's all over Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. The Pasta Queen. If you just Google the Pasta Queen, that is an OT8 Scientologist.
I'm looking it up. That's weird.
I'm
I've never
just
heard of
throwing
this
that out
person. Is
there.
she really popular?
She's pretty popular. Yeah. Black Widow Sammy, I really want to be your pizza and booze buddy. Well, hey, we're going to do it on a live stream. You know what I'm saying? So you can be our buddy. Nuts and Board. Reese, try a Moscato. Yes, that's a sweet wine, a sweet white wine. They're good.
She's really pretty, this Pasta Queen, and she must be seriously famous because Reese Witherspoon likes her posts.
She is social media famous.
And you know who else likes her posts? Rebecca Minkoff.
Well, that's why, because they're Scientologists.
Who is a Scientologist. Yeah.
Yeah. Nasty Nathaniel says, Aaron, today marks the passing of Elvis Presley. I'm a huge Elvis fan. I even have a tattoo of Elvis, but I have 2 tattoos of Parker Osmond. Thanks. Wow. Parker Osmond is a Scientology security guard. And Nate is super cute. So he's got 2 tattoos of him. That's amazing. Andy Fabulous says, Aaron, I sent you a clip of the parody to your email. If I recall correctly, that was the Saturday Night Live iceberg parody, right? But we'll see when I'll check my email. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Courtney Platt says, my mom pooped herself in Vegas once, so no worries. Holy shit. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but what happens in those pants makes it onto the YouTube super chats. You know what I'm saying?
Shitting yourself is incredibly embarrassing. Wow. And I'm just not willing. I can't.
Yeah.
I still won't poop in the same area as Jeff. I don't poop in public. This house has 4 bathrooms, and I'm going to the one
I'm the
furthest.
same way.
You are?
My wife has never seen me take a dump. That's
okay.
That bathroom door is locked 100% of the time because that's a private place. Nobody is doing any business when someone's using that toilet. That's not how the world was meant to work. And yes,
I can see that about you entirely. Unfortunately, Jeff is a grizzly bear and shits all the time in front of me.
By the way, if you enjoy a good shitting experience, you've got to go to Japan.
I'm okay. I'm good.
Nope. You've not experienced a good shitting experience unless you've been to Japan.
I don't shit in public. I just said that. Japan would be public.
You will in Japan.
That doesn't make any sense based on what I just said.
The cleanest, most private bathrooms ever are in Japan. And anyway, you'll see. You'll see. All right.
I don't think I will see. I'm not going.
Jen Mint says, I'm a bartender and I'll get you drunk real quick. Yeah. It just takes one drink. I mean, if you're a lightweight, one drink will do it, you know?
Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to try it out.
Look, Lynn is back with the Cuterini.
You got to do it in the Italian.
Cuterini. Cuterini.
Aaron's on fire tonight, you guys. I'm loving it.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Okay, Michelle. Oh, I missed it. Michelle Carpenter says, Restall, I'm in Mission. What does that mean?
Very close to me. Mission is close by.
I'm sober, but an expert at drinking. I can always be a designated driver now. I will take you out. Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. And again, you're
Sneaking
you're a
beyond.
bit of a stranger, and I don't know that I'm comfortable yet turning in front of you in my pants. But thank you, Michelle.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
there. Rock it out with Kim D. Hi. I had gastric bypass surgery in 1998. Drink vodka with Crystal Light.
Ew.
Is that basically a diet iced tea?
It sounds like shit your pants because anything sugar free,
Oh,
you're gonna light it up
oh, so artificial
more than a bean
sweeteners can
burrito.
be a problem in the digestive tract situation?
I think so. Yeah. Again,
Oh.
it's one of the reasons. One of my guilty pleasures once or twice a year is Taco Bell. I take that home immediately and enjoy it when no one's in the house. I'm not even gonna risk that.
I love Taco Bell.
I do too, but I really try to avoid it. Do you ever get a headache when you eat there? It gives
No,
me a headache from all the Scientologists would say it's because of all the chemicals in the
it's the
food.
MSG. It's the MS. It's
Yeah.
the other. It's yes.
What's
It's
your
the
favorite Taco
preservatives.
Bell item? I just need to know now because not that many people love it that I know.
I just get the family pack of soft tacos.
Of course
I
you
don't.
do. Is
I
that
don't
what
get.
is that a cheap meal deal?
Yeah, I don't get fancy. I don't get the taco supremes. I don't
Course you
get the
don't.
little. I
I'm
just
sorry
get.
I asked.
I
Forget
said,
it.
just give me the family pack of soft tacos with extra hot sauce.
How does your wife deal with this? Like you are
What?
so cheap. This would piss me off. See, Jeff's the opposite
They
of
can
you.
go out and get whatever they want. I'm just talking about what
You
I get
don't
for myself.
complain?
No,
You're not gonna
no,
okay.
no.
Jeff's the opposite. It's too extreme. He'll be like, let's go ahead and get the foie gras and the steak tartare. And I'm like, Jeff, that's 3 appetizers. And he's like,
Yeah.
that's okay.
No, my kids
I don't
actually will
like
go
being
out to
extravagant
the
either.
go out to the different markets. My kids like cooking at home. So like my kids
So do
will go
I.
get all the good ingredients and cook at home. But
Yep.
so buying good steak and cooking it at home, that's good value. Going to a steakhouse and paying 5 times the normal price just for a decent steak out there is that's a waste to me. I go, I'd rather buy the good stuff, cook it at home and enjoy it on my own time. See, I consider that good value. I also consider good value paying $5.99 for a large cheese and pepperoni, extra pepperoni pizza. I don't want to pay more than $5.99.
That's ridiculous.
Fine, $7.99 at the most. Okay.
I'm having a hard time. This is a bit of a struggle with you this evening.
All right, Mr. Blue Sky. Thank you for providing a beautiful space for us to connect with other people when some of us live so far away. And personally, I just love how caring I find this community.
Agreed. 100%.
That's awesome. Thank you for the comment, Mr. Blue Sky. I appreciate it. Paula Puffer, diabetes meds. What is she talking about?
She's talking about the Ozempic earlier, but I don't know if she meant like to crush it up and snort it. I don't know what she was talking about. I am on diabetes meds.
But are you on one of the 2 that she mentioned?
No, I'm on Rybelsus, which I think is in the same category. It's a GLP-1 drug or something.
Are you allowed to drink while taking it?
I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know.
How bad could
No
it
pun
get?
intended.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
PT Bird says the Harvey Wallbanger is OJ and vodka. I feel like there's a joke that's going over my head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that a thing? The thing we talked about earlier? A screwdriver?
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's some sort of a joke. I feel like the Harvey Wallbanger part is a joke that I'm not getting, but that's okay. Thank you for the super chat, PT Bird. Lisa Robinson, just for being funny tonight. Well, that's what we're here for.
That's right.
Diana B, I am dying.
Aaron
oh my
was
God,
on
look at this.
fire tonight.
Oh, that's right. Barbara
Poor
told me this
Tampa
before.
Bay man.
Hubby just told me that Scientology is now one of our best customers. They were there again last night. I'll tell you what, I remember when Barbara first messaged me, it was like email or Facebook or something, and told me that Scientology had booked an event at their place and spent like $30,000 or $50,000 or something like this. I thought for sure she had to be mistaken. And there's and I don't know if it's Tampa Org or if it's Flag. I know what it is. It's Sea Org Day. Flag is doing it for Sea Org Day. Barbara, that has to be what it is. Sea Org Day is August 12th. It's the one day of the year that Sea Org members are all go out and celebrate. Now, At Flag, they'll do it over different weekends. They'll stagger it so that not everybody takes off at the same time like they used to. That has to be what it is. That has to be what it is.
Tampa B Man is a Warren Buffett. She just throws them out there. So many super chats.
She
I love
is
her.
rolling deep in the super chats, Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that she would buy a gourmet pizza and not worry about it.
Reese, if you and Jeff ever come to town, we'll go to the entertainment center and we'll go meet Barbara and the fam, and we'll go have some fun.
I would love to do that. That is something we do want to do. We want to come to Clearwater.
Drunk, shit our pants, smoke some cigars. It's all good.
Tampa B Man wouldn't care either. You don't want Jeff shitting his pants. He's a large man. That's a big old polar bear. I'm not cleaning that up.
Oh my God.
Gross.
Tuttle Haggis. This man has had way too many cooterinis.
Do it again in the Italian. If you're going to
way too many cooterinis. That's not very good. There's a man that has had way too many cooterinis. That wasn't totally good, but it was close.
I loved it.
All right. Vincent giggles. Best comment in the chat tonight. Cooterini equals Clamato juice and vodka.
Oh, gross. That's sick.
Shit. Oh my God.
Jeff would love
Joe
it.
Birchfield, I sent you cat Scientologist memes. This must have been to you. I didn't see anything like this. Did you get any cat Scientology memes?
I don't think so.
Okay. Angela, Aaron is drunk on friendship. Oh,
so cute. He is.
It seems like a sweet comment. Keela McDonald. Good thing I went to therapy after coming back in the middle of this conversation. Oh my God.
Perfect for it.
Amazing.
I'm glad she went.
Wow. Steve Britton, crappy day at work. Cheer me up. Well, come and shit your pants with us, Steve.
Yeah. Come crap your pants, Steve.
Oh, this is one I totally forgot about. Mimosa is better to drink, champagne and orange juice. I am always shocked how quickly a little mimosa will hit me. Like there's a nice brunch place here in town, Island Way Grill. It's a very popular Sunday brunch, and you always get one free martini. I swear to God, one little. I guess I never saw how much champagne they put in there versus orange juice, and I don't actually like champagne at all. I don't like sparkling wine, but there's something about a mimosa that really hits quick. I don't know. Maybe it's just something about the sparkling wine that I don't know. Does the carbonation in champagne make it hit harder than regular wine? I wouldn't think so. But I guess you've never had a mimosa because it probably one of those probably get you drunk.
Never had one.
They're delicious. So and you can basically put 90% champagne and just 10% orange juice and
whoa.
Yeah.
Is champagne sweet?
Not necessarily. It's kind of dry. Dry is the opposite of sweet, I guess. Champagne is not sweet. I actually don't like champagne. I don't know why people go crazy over champagne. But yeah, so I forgot about that one. Lisa Robinson, come to Meshopen, PA. I'll buy you a Yingling and a pizza. Lisa, do you know where I was recently for a wedding? I always get this wrong, whether it's Pottstown or Pottsville, but whichever one is the home to the Yingling Brewery. I went to a wedding there and we toured the Yingling Brewery and everything. I've got to look it up. Yingling Pottsville. So Pottsville. Yep. I went to Pottsville for a wedding and we took a tour of the whole place. And it was amazing. And Yingling is hands down my favorite beer. I absolutely love Yingling Lager.
I think Jeff really likes Yingling too.
Yeah. And I don't know the right way to say this word. So I don't know if it's Meshopen or Meshopen or Meshoppen.
I think it's Meshopen. Meshopen?
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. You couldn't say Topeka, so I don't really have a lot of
Topeka.
high hopes.
Topeka.
You did it right. Okay, you did it right.
Topeka. Andy Fabulous hits the nail right on the head here. It's the C organ, Reese. Paid crap, ate crap. It's right.
It has to be.
I was at Leah's house for when I was in LA last time, right? And her pantry is stuffed full with every snack item, and it's like alphabetized and categorized and all this shit. And she's like, just go in there. You're gonna lose your mind, because she knows I like to eat, right? So I came out with like handfuls of peanut M&Ms, and I just put those on the counter while I'm eating the peanut M&Ms. And then she brings some lasagna out of the oven and serves that to me, and I'm sitting here just innocently eating bites of lasagna and chasing it with M&Ms. And she looked at me with horror. She goes, "What are you doing right now?"
Yeah, that's gross.
And I go, I like M&Ms and I like lasagna. They're both going to the same place. And she goes, you are disgusting right now. I go, I'm not picky. I'm very low maintenance. It's all going to the same, thing.
Ew, you might
She's
as well
like,
be smoking a
Angelo,
cigarette at the same time.
Angelo, get in here. You got to see what Aaron's doing. He's like, are you eating M&Ms with your lasagna?
Gross,
And I'm like,
Aaron?
I'm not fancy. I'm not fancy.
How could you do that? Like I said, you might as well be smoking a cigarette.
Oh my goodness.
I never
All right.
understood how people could smoke and eat. And I was a smoker for a long time.
Hey, you've never had a drink? I've never had a cigarette.
That's why we're here.
There we go. Yeah, most Sea Org members can't say that they've never had a cigarette.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I've
true. A
never
lot
had
of
a
them
cigarette.
started smoking in Scientology.
Yeah. Oh, look, we got another Reese in the chat.
Is that pronounced Reese?
How would you pronounce this one?
I guess it's Reese. R-E-S. I don't know.
It's not Reese.
Reese?
It's Reese. You guys make me happy. Thank you, Reese.
Love that.
Oh my God. Barbara's back again.
She's loaded tonight.
I'll buy your pizzas anytime. Don't have to visit. Let me know. Bring your families to my biz and I'll take care of everything. We have full bar and a restaurant. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm going to visit. So don't tell me I don't
there.
have to. I'm doing it.
We got to get over there.
I would love to see her. I love her.
We're going. Jenman, Aaron sounds less like Italian and more like Bordat. A Jengui.
That's kind of true.
Harvey Wallbanger is a drink, the first drink I had. Oh, so it really is just it wasn't a joke. Okay. All right. So it was but he said it was OJ and vodka. That is a screwdriver. We can call it a Harvey Wallbanger if you want. That's okay. That's all right.
I don't know anything.
Duchess Dina, please read my Cuterini recipe for Reese. Well, either we already did. Was it the Clamato juice?
It was the Clamato juice and vodka, which made me want to die.
Is Clamato juice tomato juice?
No, it's so gross. Jeff bought it one time and I was like, you're never allowed to buy this shit again. It's tomato juice with like clam flavor.
That is disgusting.
It's the worst thing. I opened my refrigerator and I was like, this can't be here. You can't be
Okay, look,
here.
I'm reading it right now. Clamato is a commercial drink made of reconstituted tomato juice concentrate and sugar, which is flavored with spices, dried clam broth, and MSG. It's made by Mott's. The name is a portmanteau of clam and tomato. It's also referred to colloquially as Clamato juice. What is it used for? Oh, look, what is it used for? What is Clamato juice? Just as the name suggests, it's a combination of tomato and clam juices. The addition of hot sauce, lemon juice, black pepper, and Worcestershire sauce gives it a hearty, spicy taste. It can be served as a drink on its own, but more commonly, it is used in cocktails. It sounds like it would be used in a Bloody Mary to me.
Yeah. That's right up Jeff's alley. He eats weird shit and oysters and mussels and all that shit.
Now, I love any seafood. I love oysters and mussels and clams and all that stuff. Scallops, anything.
So does he.
There's hardly any seafood I do not like.
Okay, well, you'd probably like a Cuterini then.
We're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Michelle, hold on. I'm getting a text. Everyone is going to sleep. Still on a live stream.
Yeah, you're a live wire tonight, Aaron.
Okay. What is this? So just put the new Cuterini GIF in Reese's Pieces. Oh, in the Facebook group. Oh, I still never got an invite to the Facebook group. You got to send it to me.
You haven't gotten an invite?
Truth is, I don't really check my Facebook notifications that much, but I'm not aware of an invitation that I have received.
Okay. Well, I wasn't even sure you would join anyway.
Well, send me an invite and we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Dora Explorer. Reese, just add vodka to your favorite drink. No need to get all fancy and you will really enjoy music. That's actually really true. So what do you drink besides water?
Okay, so you want me to put vodka in a chai tea?
Yes. Vodka goes with anything. It's like
that
black.
Sounds gross.
Black goes with anything, so does vodka. You could probably buy chai flavored vodka, to be honest, and it would be perfect.
Oh,
we'll check it out. We'll check it out. You can buy lots of flavored vodka these days.
Okay.
Yeah. Angela Stork, you should try a Blue Lagoon. It's blue curacao, lemonade, and vodka. Yeah, well, we'll start simple. We'll work our way up to something like that. That's the kind of stuff that they serve you in like the Bahamas restaurants, and someone comes out with a giant drink, or or like in what is it, in New Orleans, they'll bring out all these fancy drinks. The problem is they've got 90% ice in them. Nothing makes me madder. I like a good value than a drink that's 90% ice. People should just be drug out into the street and shot when that occurs. It's inappropriate.
So the Scientologists, since that's what we like to make fun of, would go. I don't know about you, but here Scientologists are addicted to Starbucks,
Okay.
and they would order a grande, whatever their drink was, no ice, and then they would ask for a venti cup of ice, and they would
Yes.
just to get
That's
more
how
for
you-
your money.
That's how you
That's
get
where
good
you
value.
learned it.
I mean,
That's
they're
where you
already
learned
ripping
it.
you off at Starbucks. You might as well get. I mean,
That's where you learned it, Aaron.
yeah, I was never a big Starbucks guy, but again,
However, you are cheap.
I get
we've
my K
established
cups.
that.
I get my K cups from Costco because it's the best value, y'all. Steve Britton says drinking champagne is like having my brain smashed out by a lump of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick. Wow.
That was
Yeah.
really specific, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only good use of champagne is for a mimosa. I don't know who just drinks straight champagne. It's not good. It's not good
Rich
at all.
people.
Maybe. All right. Jaime says Jamie gets. Oh, it's Jamie. It is. It's
I
Jamie.
knew it. I told you. Jaime.
Oh my God. That's great. Teresa Garreau. It's Teresa Garreau until she corrects us. Lila J. Love y'all. SPTV strong. Absolutely.
Nice.
Clamato and no.
Ugh, you guys.
Clamato and
Gross.
beer together with some I don't know, is tagine? I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to Google that. What is tagine?
I think it's a spice.
Let me Google that.
Ugh.
Tagine is a unique blend of mild chili peppers, lime, and sea salt, it seems like. Wow. See, I don't like to get that fancy with my drinks.
Oh, Jesus, that sounds so gross to me.
It makes it so much easier just to grab a Yingling. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. PT Bird is giving us the recipe here. Harvey Wallbanger ingredients: 1 1/4 ounces vodka, 1/2 ounce. I won't be able to say that. A Galliano La Autentico. Galliano La Autentico liqueur. 3 ounces of orange juice, freshly squeezed garnish, orange slice garnish, Marciano cherry. I love Marciano cherries. I will take a bottle of Marciano cherries and just drink the juice.
Marciano? You mean maraschino?
I say Marciano. Okay. I just drink the juice and I leave the cherries for everyone else.
Oh my God. We're learning so much about you this evening that it really all adds up, to be honest.
Oh my God, we finally did it. It only took 2 hours and 40 minutes, but we got through them all. That was incredible.
That was very nice, guys. Thank you for the super chats.
This was great. All right, well, we're going to reconvene at a later date and time.
Mm-hmm.
We
We're
may
going to
have
try to do
drinks.
this every other day.
Yeah, we want to do something every other day.
If we can. He's again, you guys know Aaron more now than ever.
And you know what? I'm down with having something to drink and something to eat every time we do a video.
I know, that's why I brought Twizzlers. I don't see you with anything.
Well, you didn't give me a
But a
heads
captain's
up. Okay?
hat.
A memo. Could have used a memo.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
bringing
send you that
Twizzlers.
memo. I will purchase your gourmet pizza next time on Jeff's credit card.
Oh my God, this was so much fun, you guys.
This
and
was fun.
We didn't even drink anything and we still had this much fun.
This was a lot of fun. I can't believe they all stayed with us. This was a long one.
There's
a lot of people in the chat.
Yeah, it's 1,600 people still watching or
Yeah.
more. Hey guys, hit that like button. Please do us a favors.
That's right.
All
That's
right, guys,
And
we're
subscribe
gonna
to me.
subscribe to Reese, and we're streaming this on both of our channels right now. So, and I'm sure a lot of them are on your channel. I don't even see the breakdown, but all right, guys.
You got one more. You got one more, Aaron.
Oh shoot, hold on. My town is pronounced me shopping. The last is like shopping. So, but
shopping.
Is it me or is it May?
I think it's mesh shopping. I don't
Is
think it's
it
me shopping. It's
meh?
not Topeka.
Meh, ma, or
shopping.
me? Meh, ma, or me? You know what? I think it's me shopping.
Do you really think so? You thought it was Topeka as well, though.
You know what? Let me Google it. Me
Oh, sweet Lord.
shopping PA. How do you pronounce it? Me shopping.
I don't think it's me shopping. People are going to be like, "You're doing what?"
How to pronounce? Oh, wait. There's one of these audio. Me shopping. Got it. It's me shopping. Boom. One for me.
Wait, what? No, that's not right.
It's
You
me-
also
it's me
tried to say
shopping.
Topeka.
Google pulled up one of those videos where someone speaks it out loud and it says, me shopping.
It just doesn't feel right in my heart.
There was music before. It said, do-do-do-do-do, me shopping.
Okay. You,
All
now,
right.
see, you keep getting more of these.
Duchess Diana, my recipe is not with clam juice.
And bless you for that. I'm glad.
All right, we got to call it here or we'll never call it.
That's true. Thanks again,
All right,
guys.
we're calling it. We're calling it a night, you guys. Thanks for watching.
See you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.